In 1940, it all started at City Hall in downtown Muskogee, Oklahoma.
In 1967, the Muskogee Regional Junior Livestock Show moved to the fairgrounds at the historic Round Barn.
And in 2018, the dream and the vision became reality as it moved to the Hatbox Livestock Complex right here where you're seated in Muskogee, Oklahoma. And we'd like to say a great big welcome to you to tonight, the 2018 Muskogee Regional Junior Livestock Premium Auction. We're glad you are with us. Rowdy, it's going to be a great night.
Yes, sir, Mr. Arlen Emmel, and it's my pleasure to be here tonight and conduct this 2018 Muskogee Regional Junior Livestock Show Premium Auction. We're just moments away from getting started. Just a few house cleaning rules that we'd like to go over with as we get ready to get started here this evening. For all of those exhibitors that made the premium sale, when you exit, Stacy Pierce Creative is taking the photos. She has two backdrops here tonight to take the photos. Hogs will all stay on the west side. Hogs will all stay on the west side. Everything else will take your photos to our left. So we'll try to keep all the animals from crossing paths with one another.
And once again, that is hogs only to the west, and then all other species to the east. And what we're doing right now is we're just kind of trolling along. We're buying time because the grand champions, the reserve grand champions, and the scholarship winners are making their way over here as we speak. They were over at the Buyer's Dinner, and I'm sure they were being introduced over there, being recognized, and they're going to actually be kicking off our part of the program over here. But anyway, like what I mentioned on the onset of the evening, this would not be possible. And when I say this, I'm talking about the facility, the location. Once again, I mentioned the vision became reality, and it couldn't have happened without a bunch of volunteers, a whole bunch of labor, a lot of workers, and a great mayor, Mr. Bob Coburn.
Yes, sir, a great mayor indeed, and we're very pleased to have Mr. Bob Coburn reelected just a couple of weeks ago, and looking forward to working with Mr. Coburn and the growth of Muskogee. There's a lot of things planned and in the works. We realize that this was the first year here at the hangars, and we realize that there are things that we are going to change, and there's already been planning meetings and everything that's going to make that happen. So it is our pleasure to be here tonight at the hangars. And as we get started, if there's some of you all that have friends or family that aren't able to be here tonight, we'd like to say a great big thank you to Bravado Wireless. You can search them up on Facebook. You can look at them on YouTube, and we appreciate Bravado Wireless. Call your friends, call your neighbors, tell them to search them up, and they're watching. Everything is live right here tonight. Thank you to Bravado Wireless.
That's right. So if you have friends, you have family that live somewhere off in the distance, like the panhandle of Texas or South Texas or northern Minnesota, it doesn't matter where they're at. Just tell them to go on Facebook, find Bravado Wireless, and they can watch tonight's festivities from beginning to end, all on Bravado Wireless. And once again, like Rowdy mentioned, there's going to be some growing pains. Anytime you move to a new facility, you know, heck, they could have built a $50 million facility, and there'd be growing pains, there'd be things to change, there'd be adjustments that needed to be made. But anyway, what a great improvement. Didn't have to worry about too many people getting stuck throughout the week, but how often do you have a 12-inch rain the week of the stock show?
That's right. We're very thankful for the rain as farmers and ranchers, and you guys, 85% of you that show this livestock own horses and cattle and hogs and sheep and goats and pigs, and you're very thankful for the rain to make it the other 365 days that we're not here for this 5-day event here at the hangars at the Regional Livestock Show.
So thankful for the rain. You know, an old timer said a long time ago, he said, it's all right to cuss that mud, but don't you dare cuss that rain.
That's right.
They're making their way over here. They may have gotten stuck. Who knows? I don't know. They may have gotten stuck in the mud. But anyway, we'd like to say a great big, we're going to say thank you, I don't know, 1,000 times tonight. But this group of people sitting inside the fenced-in area, the buyers, we'd like to say a great big thank you to you, because believe it or not, I have experienced one time in my auction career, and that's a story we'll not go into unless we need to, but one time in my auction career, I looked up at auction time, and the only people there was my help.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Got to have the buyers. Must have the buyers. You know what, Rowdy? Great big thank you to the support cast. All these youngsters support cast, the mothers, the fathers, the brothers, the sisters, the grandparents. It takes a family. It takes an army of people to make this all happen. And one thing we would sure like to do is thank all of you that are involved in your youngsters' life and encouraging them to pursue a life of agriculture. So thank you so much for that. And I think I see the big white Ford backing up to the door. So, Rowdy, we're going to move right on into the evening's festivities. And the first youngsters that we're going to meet, they are the Legacy Scholarship winners. Visit with us just a second of what that's all about.
Well, Arlen, we give away scholarships each and every year. It's the Muskogee Regional Junior Livestock Show 2017 Legacy Scholarships. As Arlen announced in the opening, this Muskogee Regional Junior Livestock Show was started in 1940. In 1941, Warner set aside $25,000 in 1941 to help this show to continue to run. And so they've started a scholarship. In 1941, Clyde Fish was the president. L.A. Rounds, Clint Collins, John Cohee, Charles Bainbridge, Albert Borum, L.W. Duncan, Rollo Fuel, Jack Walker, Mort Woods, Paul Wright, Melissa White, and a list of the names go on and on. And so it is my pleasure tonight to introduce your 2017 Legacy Scholarship winners. Ladies and gentlemen, over to my left, if you would, a great big round of applause for Samantha Pierce from the Porum FFA.
All right, and how about a great big round of applause for J.C. Smith, Keys FFA.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, from the Porter FFA, how about it, Michaela Kilgore?
And how about it for Kylie Henderson, Shakota FFA?
Ladies and gentlemen, your scholarship winners right there in front.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, how about it for Rick Ewing, Assistant of the Muskogee Parks and Recreation? I asked Rick before the festivities this evening, I said, Rick, how long have you played the bagpipe? And he said about 19 years. And I've been fortunate enough to hear Rick play at our church. And when I came out here for the ribbon cutting, I said, Rick, get ready for it. First year at Hatbox, Regional Premium Auction. I want you to play the bagpipe. I called him today. He didn't hesitate. Folks, it's Saturday night. Can you make him feel a little bit appreciated? Thank you so much, Rick. We are glad to have you. Rowdy, it's that time of the night.
It is time to introduce to you your champions of the Livestock Show. Ladies and gentlemen, your reserve grand champion lamb from the Fort Gibson FFA. How about a great big round of applause for Lane Howe?
All right, with the reserve Grand Doe Kid from the Shakota 4-H, please make welcome C.J. Robinson.
Ladies and gentlemen, your reserve grand champion Market Goat from the Haskell FFA. How about it, Alexis Long?
All right, with your reserve Grand Heifer from the Porum FFA, please make welcome Katie Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Fort Gibson FFA, your reserve grand champion steer, Julie Isbell.
And your reserve Grand Hog from the Fort Gibson FFA, Connor Lapp.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet your grand champion exhibitors with the grand champion lamb from the Oklahoma 4-H. How about it, Jana Stacy?
And with the grand champion Doe Kid from the Morris FFA, Briley Owen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your grand champion Market Goat from the Fort Gibson FFA, please make welcome T.J. Moore.
All right, with the grand champion heifer from the Sequoia County 4-H, Chloe Clark.
Ladies and gentlemen, your grand champion steer from the Fort Gibson 4-H, make welcome Parker Lockhart.
And with the grand champion hog from the Midway FFA, please make welcome Shyla Ward. Right on around that way. We want to get everybody in the show ring. Just kind of move around, make 2 rows if you need to. Move on around, move on around. Keep going, keep going.
Muskogee, Oklahoma. This year's first honoree is Mr. Orlando. Arlen's been in auctioneering business for 30 years. He's been self-employed with his own business for 20 years. He sells 3 to 5 car auctions in Texas every week. Stays busy doing numerous benefits and brings his wife and Sandra and his daughter Ashton along with him and helps him with sound, announces pro rodeos, bull riding all over the country. Arlen was the agriculture industry, and we greatly appreciate Father Nimble being our friend and honoree tonight. Our second honoree is Mr. Rowdy Fuel. Rowdy Fuel lived in Porter, Oklahoma, is now a resident of Muskogee. He's known as the voice of the Oklahoma Tigers, where he announces a lot of basketball games, softball games. Rowdy also works with the United States Ranch Rodeo Sorting Contest. He announces all over the country, from San Antonio Livestock Show to Houston and Denver and many others. He's blessed with his wife Tara and their daughter Carly. And Rowdy's been the voice of the Muskogee Regional Livestock Show, doing a lot of announcing for all species, and we greatly appreciate Rowdy and his friendship to agriculture and the youth of this area. Thank you, gentlemen. It's a great honor to be able to honor you tonight. Mr. Hugh.
Well, you know, first things first, that's quite an honor and a great big thank you. You know, talk for a living and they put you on the spot, and what do you say? I guess the only thing I can say is there's lots of little sayings and lots of little riddles and lots of real smart comments that make a lot of sense, and there's one that I really like. And it says that the type of house you live in, the kind of car you drive, or how big your bank account is will not matter in 100 years. But the world could be a different place if you were important in the life of a child. Well, you know, ladies and gentlemen, it's very easy to take being free for granted when it's the only way of life that we've ever known. You see, we have many rights, we have many freedoms, and we have many liberties. And the reason we have those rights, those freedoms, and those liberties is because of our freedom. And do you all know why we have those freedoms? It's because of those that made the commitment and the sacrifice, and some that made the ultimate sacrifice. If you are in the sound of my voice and you are a veteran of the United States military, please stand right now. And please remain standing, veterans. Please remain standing, veterans. If you're active duty in your home, if you're the parent of an active duty, please stand up. If you have a brother or sister in active duty, please stand up. If you are the sibling of a veteran, please stand up. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, as Americans, we learn as a young age when it is proper to give a standing ovation. Thank you, each and every one of you, for your service, and please remain standing now that I have you stood up. One of those rights, freedoms, one of those liberties that we take advantage of, and we use the platform of a premium auction in the agriculture industry to come before the Lord. And Mr. Rick Ewing is going to lead us tonight in prayer.
Gracious Lord, We thank you that these young people grow up to see the reward in a hard day's work that their friends have ignored, and that they understand the reward of a job well done and what it brings. It takes special people to comprehend that flood and drought and accident and disease are all parts of your plan. And we also understand that it's not trophies or plaques on the wall that inspires these young people. It's a tough job, and there'll be times when they lose sight of why they watch over their animal all night long. But they do it because they're called and because they care.
And we gratefully thank you that there is yet another generation to carry on a respect for your ways and the love of the land and its creatures.
We ask you to bless all of the hands that made this time, this evening, this week possible. From the people who worked on this facility, to the teachers, to the parents, to the supporters, and especially these young folks. We ask your guidance in doing all that is pleasing in your sight. And in your Son's name, we say, Amen.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, there have been many tributes made to our great country.
And there have been many tributes made to the American soldier. But maybe, just maybe, the best tribute ever made was when President Ronald Reagan said this. If we look to the answer as to why for so many years we achieved so much, prospered as no other people on earth, it was because here in this land, we unleashed the energy and individual genius of man to a greater extent than has ever been done before. Freedom and the dignity of the individual have been more available and assured here than in any other place on earth. The price for this freedom at times has been high, but we have never been unwilling to pay that price. Those who say that we're in a time when there are no heroes, well, they just don't know where to look. The sloping hills of Arlington National Cemetery, with this row upon row of simple white markers bearing crosses or stars of David, they add up to only a tiny fraction of the price that has been paid for our freedom. Each one of those markers is a monument to the kind of hero I spoke of earlier. Their lives ended in places called Della Wood, the Argonne, Omaha Beach, Salerno, halfway around the world on Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Pork Chop Hill, the Chosian Reservoir, and in 100 rice paddies and jungles of a place called Vietnam. Under one such marker lies a young man, Martin Treptow. Left his job in a small-town barbershop in 1917 to go to France with the famed Rainbow Division. There on the Western Front, he was killed, trying to carry a message between battalions under heavy artillery fire. We are told that on his body was found a diary, and on the flyleaf under the heading My Pledge, he had written these words: America must win this war. Therefore I will work, I will save, I will sacrifice, I will endure, and I will fight cheerfully, as if the issue of the whole struggle depended on me alone. We must realize that no arsenal or no weapon in the arsenals of the world today is so formidable as the will and moral courage of free men and women. It is a weapon our adversaries of today's world do not have. It is a weapon that we as Americans do have. Let that be understood by those who practice terrorism and prey upon their neighbors. As for the enemies of freedom, those who are potential adversaries, they will be reminded that peace is the highest aspiration of the American people. We will negotiate for it, sacrifice for it. We will not surrender for it, now or ever. We are Americans.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure tonight to introduce to you the young lady here to sing our national anthem, center stage, as Old Glory hangs in the center of this hangar from the rafters. I introduce to you tonight, Mandy Blocker.
Oh, say you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last night o'er the ramparts we marched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets wrecked there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Fantastic job, Mandy Blocker, who's proud to be an American in Muskogee, Oklahoma on a Saturday night. All right. Well, as the youngsters, who's y'all with it? All of us? Well, as I started to say, as the youngsters are making their way to go get their livestock, and Mr. Rick Ewing, thank you once again so much. We're glad to have you be a part of our inaugural regional livestock auction. Thank you so much. Like to make mention, when we sell 13 and you bid 13, you spent your first $100. Okay? So if you want to spend $5,000 on a grand champion, you got to bid $6,200.
Yes, sir.
When we get to the reserve grands, the first $800 is from the buyers group. When it hits $900, you spent your first $100. Okay? So to keep that straight, if we sell a grand champion for $2,200, you spend $1,000. If we sell a reserve grand champion for $1,800, you spend $1,000. Just to keep that clear, that's grands and reserves only.
Yes, sir, Arlen, and I'd like to say a great big thank you to Cheryl Leatherman. She kind of headed up the group that went out and promoted the Muskogee Regional Junior Livestock Show. She's the one that got the money for a lot of these grands and reserve grands, and to each and every one of you all, we appreciate your support here at your 2018 Muskogee Regional Junior Livestock Show. At this time, as we get ready to get started with our auction, we have 6 men that will be around ringside that we would like to introduce to you tonight. At 42 years young, standing right here in the center of the ring, he told Arlen and I this morning he was 10 years old when the livestock show started at City Hall in Muskogee. You can do the math. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome Mr. Ed Henderson.
All right, and we'd like to say a great big thank you and a great big welcome to one of the quietest, shyest guys in our attendance this evening. Please make welcome Mr. Jerry McPeak.
And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, your ag teacher down at Warner, Oklahoma does an outstanding job, whether it be here on a microphone or out there taking the bids. If you would, please make welcome Mr. Ira Jackson.
Oh, and a Mormon's Feet salesman, and he works the ring and does a great job, and we're glad to have him with us again this week. He was with us at the county last week. Please make welcome Mr. Jeff Hogue.
And ladies and gentlemen, a classmate of mine, a good friend of mine, who's back in this part of the country, Wagner, Oklahoma, McKinney Auctions, auction end of the month, consignment sale. If you would, make welcome Mr. Doug McKinney.
And lastly, but not leastly, the guy with the longest hair. Please make him welcome Mr. Carl Wallace.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I believe it's auction time on a Saturday night, Muskogee, Oklahoma. Your very first one. There were 769 hogs, and Mr. Kane Austin picked this one as the grand champion hog. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Shiloh Ward.
All right, Shiloh, here we go. Grand champion hog and auctions on it. How about it done here? You better get $5,000. You better get top of the bin, top of the bum, better get top of the bin, five, better get 809. Yeah, better get 900, better get 1,000. 11 here, there, you better get 12, better get 1300. Now you're spending your money. Better get 1300. Better get now 13, better get 1400 here, there, you better get 14, better get 15 to bid, 15 to buy. Better get 14, 15 to bid, 15 to buy, better get 15, 14, better get 15, 16, $1,600. Better get 15 to bid, 16 here to buy, 16, 17 to bid, 17 to buy, 16, 17, 18, better get 18, better get 17, better get 18 to bid, 18, better get 18, better get $1,900, bill amount, better get 19, not 2,000. That tell you better get 2 here to buy, better get 2, better get 2, better get 2, now 1 and 2,100, better get 2,000, 21, done, better get 1, now 2, better get 2, better get 2 to bid, 22, better get 21, 22 here to buy, get 3, better get 3, I believe he did, 22 to 3, yep, 23, better get 3, better get here, 3, better get 3, better get 22, 3, hit 22, 23, better get you thinking about 2250, sir? Hit 2200 here to buy 50, better get 22 and have to one, better get 2250, had to give all in, all done, 2250. 2250, better give all in, better give out last and final call, better get 2250, had to give in, I have sold it back there in the bright green, get about 2200. Is it what it says on your hat, sir?
Sir Pro of Muskogee, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, Sir Pro.
All right, we're going to move on now we're going to move to the grand champion steer from the Fort Gibson 4-H, Parker Lockhart.
Hey, what do you boys? $1,000 bill. Who'd be $1,000 bill? $1,100 bill. He'd be $1,111. Now 1,200 be 12, 1,300 be 13. Money's in the middle. 13, 14, 1,500 bid 15, 1600 bid 16, 1600 15, 16, 1700 bid 17, 18 bid 18, bid 18, 1900. Hit up bid 19, bid 19, now 2,000, 2,100. Your turn again, Jerry. 2,100, 21 bid 21, 21 now 2, bid 22, bid 22 now 3. 23, bid 23, 2,200 bid 23, now 4, bid 24, now 5, bid 25, 5, bid 25, 25 bid 25 to buy, bid 25 now 6, 25 to bid 26 to buy, now 7, 2,700 now 28, bid 28, bid 2,800, bid 28 now 9, 2,900 bid 29, 29, 3,000, 3,000, 3,100, bid 3,100, bid 31, 31, 31, 31, bid 31, 3,100, bid 31, now 2. $3,200, that'll be $3,200, get 32, now 3, that'll be 33, that'll be 33, now 4, 3,400, 34, 5, 5, 5, now 6, 36, that'll be 36, now 7, 3,700, that'll be 37, hit it be 37, come on in, we'll get more, 37, 3,600, be 37, 37, you want to do 37, 37, now 8, 3,800, that'll be 3,800 now, 39, 3,900, 39,99, that'll be 39, it'll be 39, it'll be 39, 38, 39. Give them some encouragement, boys, they'll give more if you'll help us out. 38 be 39, that'll be 39. He want to do it, Jerry, 3,900, 39, 39, going to do 39. Now 4,000, that'll be 4,000, hit a bit 4, now 41, hit a bit 41, 1, 1, that'll be 41, all in, all done, 41, hit a bit 41, that'll be 41, 1, 1, that'll be 41, what they want to do, hit a bit 41, 4,000, 4,100, hit a bit 41, 41, now 2, 42, bit 42, hit a bit 42, now 2, now 2, now 2, 41, bit 42, 41, 2, 41, 2, 41, 2, all in, all done, ladies and gentlemen, $4,100 for your grand champion steer. Hamlin's El Toro and Sooners Salvage partnered up. Give them a great big round of applause. $4,100. And Kilhairn's Lodge, three-way split. Hamlin's El Toro, Sooners Salvage, and Kilhairn's Lodge. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it's your grand champion commercial heifer, Chloe Clark.
You bet. And right before we get started on Chloe's heifer, we'd like to ask all the breed champion hogs to move up in the staging area. All breed champion hogs move up in the staging area, but right now the attention at hand is Chloe Clark and a grand champion heifer done. How about it down here? You better get $5,500. Yep, 55, but a bit 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, but a bit 5, 5, 5, but a give it a month, but a get 1,000, 11, 12, but a 12, 13, 13, had to get 13, but a get 13, 16, $1,600, bit a month, 15, 16, had to get 16, 16, but a get $1,700, bit a month, had to get 17, 17, 16, 17, 17, 17, 18, 17, but a month, 18, 18, to be 18, to be, but a month, 18, 18, but a get 17, but a get 18, $1,800, bit a month now, had to get 17, but a get 18, but a get 18, 18, 18, but a get 19, $1,900, bit a month, 18, but a get 19, 19, to be 19, to month, had to get 18, but a get 19, 19, grand champion heifer now, but a get 19, 19, 2000, had to get 10, but a get 10, but a get 13, but a get 15, but a get 32, had to get a month, 19, but a get 2,000, but a get 19, but a get all damn done, 19, 2, have to give in the hand, 19, 2, 2, 2, did you get it? 19, 2, but a give in die. So $1,900 going to be Armstrong Bank, Muskogee. Thank you, Armstrong Bank, Muskogee. Thank you. And we're going to move now to our grand champion market good from the Fort Gibson FFA. Going to be TJ Moore.
$1,000 bill, head to be going that $1,000 bill, head to be 11 now, 1,100, $1,000 bill, 1,100, about 1,100, head to be 1,100, now 11 now, 1,200, head to be 12 now, 1,300, 12 bid, 1,300, about 13, 1,200 bid, 13, about 13 now, 1,400, $1 bid 14, 14 now, 1,500, $1 bid 15, 15, 1,500, 1,500, you only spending 300 of your money, 1,500, $1 bid 1,500, all the way in the back, 1,500, 14 money's with Doug, gotta be 15, head to be 15, anybody want to bid 1,500? I'm with Doug at 1,400, a bid 1,500, a buy at 1,500. Every bid 15, bid 15, now 1,600. Every bid 16, now 16, $1 bid 16, it'll be 16, $1 bid 16, 1,200 in, you're only spending 400 of your money at this point. 1,600, it'll bid 16, anybody bid 16, 1,700, bid 17. Ladies and gentlemen, the
100, you're going to get 800, 900, you're going to get 1,000, 11, 12, 13, had to get 13, but to get 14, but to get 14, 1,400, bill a month, now to get 14, but to get 14, 1,500, had to get 16, 1,600, but to get 1,700, bill a month, now to get 17, 17, 16, 17, but to get 18, 18, had to get 17, but a month, 18, 1,800, bill a month, now to get 18, but to get 18, 18, 18, but to get 17, but to get 18, 18, all in, all done, had to get 17, so but to get 18, but to get 3, but to get 13, but to get 2, to get 3, 22, 23, and I have, had to get 22, 23, had to give in die. So $2,200 going to be James Hodge, Fort Muskogee, Oklahoma. And thank you once again, Jack Hodge.
16, 1700 bid 17, 1800 bid 18, 1800, 1700 bid 18, now 1900, now 2000. Head bid 2, now 1, 21, 1, 21 bid 21, now 2, 22, now 3, 23 bid 23, divide out 4, 24, 5, 5, 25 to bid 25, divide bid 25, 24 to bid 25, divide bid 25, head bid 25, 25, all in, all done, 2500, head bid 25, head bid 25. Sold it your way, Carl, $2,400. James Hodge, Ford of Muskogee. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a great big round of applause, Mr. Jack Hodge.
9, but I get 1,000 under bill, but I get 11. Yeah, but I'm 11 here to buy 11, but I'm 11 here to buy 11, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 11, 12, 12, 11, 12, 13, 1300 dollar bill, I'm not get 13, 13, but I get 12, 13, 13, see if you're out 13, hit 12, 13, 1300 dollar bill, 13, but I get 14, 1400 dollar bill, I'm not get 14, 14, sir, I get 13, but I get 14, but I get 14, 1400 dollar bill, I'm not get 15, but I get 15, 15 to bid, 15 to bum, hit 15, but about 15, 1500 dollar bill, I'm not get 15, 15, 14 to bid, but I get 15 to bid, I'm not get 15, 15, I get 14, but I get 15, 15, but I get all in, but I get on last and final call, but I get 15, 15, 14, 15. Sold it right back there. I'm going to get $1,400 right back there. Is it Bravado Wireless? Thank you, Bravado Wireless. Thank you.
Bravado Wireless. Once again, thank you. Bravado Wireless. Once again, thank you to Bravado Wireless. They're making it possible for everyone to watch live all across the country. Here's your 2018 Muskogee Regional Junior Livestock Show.
All right, let's move now to your reserve grand steer from the Fort Gibson FFA. Please make welcome Julie Isbell.
Here you give for boy $1,000 bill. Here to be $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000 bill. Here to be $1,000, $1,100, $1,000, $11, $11, $11, $12, $12, $12, $12, $1,300, $1,300, $14, $14, now $1,500. Here to be $15, now $1,600, $16, $16, $16, $16, $1,700, $17, $17, $1,800, $18, $1,900, $19, $19, $19, $19, $19, $19, $19, $19, $19, $2,000. Here to be 2, now 21, 1, $1, 21, 2100, 21, 1, 1, 21, 21. The first 800 spoken for. 2100, 21, 1, $1, 21. Now 2, 2100 and 2200 bit, 2200 5 at 22, 22, 3, 3, 3, 23, $1 bit 23, 4 now $4, bit 24. Now 5, 25 now 6, $1 bit 26, 6, 6, $1 bit 26. What do you do? 26, 26, $1 bit 26. $1 bit 26, 6, 6, $1 bit 26, 25 with Jerry, 26, $1 bit 26, I'm with you at 25 at 26. You boys are out, there's 2 of you there, 26. He said yes. Huh? Sold it 2,500. Tulsa Stockyards and Sooner Salvage, $2,500. We move to number 9 on the list. Your reserve grand champion registered heifer from the forum, FFA. Please make welcome Katie Cash.
All right, Katie, and a nice one she is. How about it down here? They better get 500, 600, 700, better get 900 on here, but on the 9. Yeah, better get 9, better get 1,000, 11, but on 11 here to buy 11, better get 12, 12, 12, 13, better get 13, 13, 14, 15, better get 16, 1600 on here, better get 17, 17, 17, better get 18, 18, 18, 19. Yeah, but on the 2, better get 2, better get 2, 2, now 1, you better get 22, 2, 2, 22, 2, now 3, hit 22, 3, better get 3, 3, 3, better get 3, 3, now 4, better give up 4, 4, 4, 24, hit 23, 4, now 5, better give up here, 5, there, 5, better give up 5, better give up 6, 6, 25, 6, 7, hit 27, 7, better give it 1, day, now 9, here, there, better get 3, better 3, 3, 3, 3, better 3, 3, come on, hit 29, 3, now 1, better 31, here, there, 1, 1, 1, 31 to bid, 31, 31, 31, better get 31, 1, 1, 1, better 1, better 1, better 1, better 1, better 1, better 31, here, there, 1 to bid, 1 of them, better get all in, all done, 31, 3,031, better give in the half, boom, sold $3,000. Triple B Sanitation, thank you.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you all that are thirsty, thank you to ASA Auctions. There's a big tub of ice water, bottled water back there. Feel free to take that. Thank you to ASA Auctions. Arlen and Sandra Emma will get you a bottle of water.
All right, you betcha. We don't want to take any of it home. Here we go with your reserve grand market goat from the Haskell FFA, Alexis Long.
Yes, gentlemen, let's go 800 here. 800 where it would be 900. That'll be 999. That'll be 999. 999. That'll be 9 please. That'll be 1,000. That'll be 1,000. It'll be 1,000. That'll be 1,000. 1,100. That'll be 1,100. About 11. 11. That'll be 11. It'll be 11. 11. That'll be 11. That'll be 11. 11. You only spending 200 of your money. 11. Now 1,200. That'll be 1,200. Now 1,300. 13. 1,400. Now 1,500. Now 1,600. Now 17. 17 to be 17. About 17. It'll be 17, 17, it'll be 17, it'll be 17, 16, 17, 16, 17, all in all done, sold it $1,600. $2,000 is the amount, $2,000.
Bixby Farm and Ranch, Bixby, Oklahoma. Thank you, Stan Cowan.
Ladies and gentlemen, your reserve doe kid from the Shakota 4-H C.J. Robinson.
All right, CJ, here we go. How many of them here? They want to get 500, 600, 700, 8, want to get 900, want to get 1,011, want to get 1,011, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12 here, 12 here, want to get 12, 12, 12, 12, 13, 1300, $100, want to get 13, 14, want to get 13, want to get 14, want to get 14, 1400, $100, want to get 14, 14, 30, 14, Carl's man's in, you're all out, 13, 14, 14, 14, want to get 14, 14, get 15, 16, 15, 16 here, divide, get 16, want to get all in, all done, get to the last 10, final call, want to get 15, 16, how to give in to have 15, 16. So, $1,500. People's National Bank, Shakota, and thank you. And that's going to take us to the Reserve Grand Lamb from the Fort Gibson FFA, Mr.
16, 16, 16, now 17, that'll be 17. Money's all the way in the back, 17. That'll be 17, that'll be 17. Get on, 17. 16, 17, that'll be 17. 17, 1,800. Head of it 1,800 down, 1,900. Head of it 19, 19, 19, 19, 1,900, be 1,900. Head of it 19, 19. Sold it all the way in the back, $1,800. Mr. Jeff Hogue, if you'll help us out. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out of your champions and reserve champions. From everything from this point is all your money all the way. It's all your money all the way. 13 on the list, your breed champion, Berkshire Hall, Carson Osborne.
All right, Carson, here we go. How about it down here? They want to get 300, 4, want to get 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, want to get 4 here, 5, 30, want to get 5, 5, 600, want to get 5, 6, 6, want to get 600, 12, 12 here, 12 here, want to get 12, 12, 12, 13, 8, 13, want to get 14, 1400, I want to 14, 14, 13, want to get 14, 14 to bid, want to get 14 to bomb, 13, want to get 14, 14, want to get all them, want to get all done, 13, 14 to bid, 14 to bomb, 13, 14, 13, 14, how to give in dime, sold front and center, $1,300. James Hodge Ford, Muskogee, thank you. Jack Hodge, thank you.
Also a great big thank you to Acme Engineering, Russell Brandon Plumbing, Wheeler Metals. A lot of people that made this thing possible be here at the hangars, and we appreciate each.
All right, Lily Hand, how many down here? 3, how about 1, 2, 3, 4, what to get 5 out of 1, 5 out of 1, 5 out of 5 here, 5, 30, what about 5, 5, 5, what about 5, 4, 5. How to get 5 out of 66, how to get 600, out of 1, how to get 5 out of 66, how to get 6 to 8, 6 months, how to get 5, 607. It's 607, how to get 777, what about 777, what to get 777, what about 8, 8, 8, 8, what to get 8, 8, 8, what to get 8, 8, 800, out of 7, 8, 9. How to get 8, 9 to bid, 9 to 9, what to get 9 here, 30, what to get 9 to bid, 9 to 1, what to get 8, 9, 800, 900, what to get 9 here, 30, what to get 9 to bid, 9 to 1, what to get all in, what to get all done, what to get 809. Jeff, are they all done? 809, how to get 8, 9, what to get I have 800, 900, now $1,000 bill, have it a 1, how to get 900 bill, have it a $1,000, 900,000, so 900, do what? He wanted to be 8? That's not a problem. He can be 8. Now 9. You have to give 8. Now 9. You have to 9 to be 9. Now $1,000 bill. You have to get 900. You get 1,000. You have to 1. You get 1,000. You have to get 900. You get 1,000. You get 1,000. You get 1,000. You have to get 900. You get 1,000. You have to get 9. Sold $900. Young lady right back there.
KW Cattle Company, Miss Beth Wright, doing a buying. KW cattle. Ladies and gentlemen, 15 on the list. A Duroc hog from the Roland 4H, Connor Reichert.
Yeah, all right, Connor, then how about it down here, third, how about it 100, 2, 3, 4, but I get 5, but I get 5 here, 5, 3, 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, 5, but I get 1, 5, 5, 5, but I get 4, 7, but I get 5, but I get 11, but I get 5 here, 5, 3, 5, but I get 5, 4, 5, but I get 4, but I get 5, but I get 5 here, 5, 3, but I get 1, 5, 5, you get 5, now 6, hit 5, but I get 6, 6, 8, but I get 600, but I get 500, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 500, 550, hit your man's in, 500, 550, but I get 5, but I get 5 and a half, 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 but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 550, 500, 550, if you're done, I gotta be here to buy, I get about 50, but I get 500, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 500, 550, but I get in dime. Soldier Way, 500 was at you. Armstrong Bank, Muskogee, thank you. Armstrong Bank, thank you.
Also like to say a great big thank you to Bravado Wireless. Each one of the exhibitors will get a free gift from Bravado. So all exhibitors, 168 of you, get a free gift from Bravado. Be sure and pick that up, and we thank Bravado Wireless. Ladies and gentlemen, your breed champion, Chester Hall from the Warner 4H, Dalton Nichols.
All right, Dalton, and looky here. Down, how about them here? Third, how about 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get 5 out of it, 5 out of 1, 5 out of it, 6, 6, 6, but I get 500, 600, 700, out of it, 7. It's 600, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, but I get 7 of it, 7 of 1, 7, 6 and a half. It's 650, now 7, but I get 7 of it, 7 of 1, 7, but I get 7, 7, 7, but I get 7, 7, 7 of it, 7 of 1, but I get 7 here, but I get 7 here, but the money's in there, right back there now, but I get 6 out of it, 7. It's 6 out of it, 7, but I get 7 here, to buy, I get 7, but I get 7, 7, 7, 7, but I get 7, 7, 6 out of it, 7. 6 out of it, 7 here to give in, I have 7 high, but I get 7, but I get 7 high, but I get 7 high, but I get 7, 15, but I get 700 on bill, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 7 high, but I get 7 high, but I get 8, but I get 8, but I get 8, but I get 800 on bill, 800, not 50, we but I 150, but I 150 on bill, but I 800, but I get 8 high, but I get 15, 800 on bill, but I get 50, 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 but I get all in, all done. Yes, sir, yes, I gotta go, sir, at 850, and now 900, yeah, but I get 9 here, to buy, gonna be, but I get 9 here, there, 9 to be, 9 to buy, yeah, but I 9, but I get 9, 9, yeah, but I get 9, 9, but I give you, but I'm on the habit of it. Thanks, what you did do, yeah, but I'm on the habit of 9 here to give in, I have sold it right back there, but I give $850. Georgia Pacific, thank you, sir. Georgia Pacific, thank you.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, as we mentioned, a lot of them that made this thing possible, and you heard it in the introduction, and I'm sure a man that probably don't want any kind of notoriety, but he has joined us right dead straight away in the center of the buyers group. Ladies and gentlemen, your mayor of Muskogee, Mr. Bob Coburn. Thank you, sir. Your breed champion spot hog from the Forum FFA, Roy Duke.
I'm going to give 900, I'm going to 9 to bid, not to buy, I'm going to give 8 time. I'm going to give 8 to bid, I'm going to give 9 to bid, I'm going to give 9, you got to be 9, but I'm going to give 9 here, there, 9 to bid, 9 to bid, but I'm going to give 9, 9, 8 time. Carl's man's in, got to be 850, not 9, but I'm 9 here, there, Carl got to be 9 here, there, 9 to bid, 9 to buy. Yeah, but I'm 9, not 50, but I'm 9 half, yeah, but I reckon it'd be 950, but I get 900, 9 half. Yeah, 950, yeah, but I'm 50, but I'm 50, but I get 50, but I'm 900, 9 half, but I'm 90, but I'm 900, 950. Yes, sir, yes, I got to go, yeah, but no, it's not an option, get to 900, 9 half, all him. Had to give all done, yeah, but 900, 950, but now 1,000, Underfield. Yeah, but 1,000, now 50, we but get 1000, but get 10 half, but get 10, 50, but get 1,015, 1050, had to give all in, but give all done, but give it, thanks what you did do, but give in dime, sold out, $1,000 gonna be half Tulsa Stockyards and half James Hodge Ford. Thank you both, Joe Don Eves, Jack Hodge, thank you.
If you would like to add on money to any and all exhibitors, add on as much or as little as you'd like, please go see the ladies at the add-on table. Number 18 on the list, breed champion, Poland Hog from the Fort Gibson FFA, Chase Vargas.
All right, Chase, him, how many down here, third, I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get $500, build 1, now I get 5, but I get 5 here, 5, 30, 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, 5, but I get 5. But I get 4, but I get 5, but I get 5, but I get 5 here, 5, 30, 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, but I get 4, 5, what's wrong here? Hit 4, but I get 5, but I get 5, but I get 5, 600, build 6 here, 6 here, but I get 5, 6, hit 5, but I get 6, and 6 here, 6 here, 600, 7, but I get 7, but I get 7, 7, 7, 6 and a half, 650, but I'm 50, but I'm 50, build now, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 615, 600, but I get 50, 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 but I get 600, 650, had to give all in, all done. Last call, 650, 600, 650, had to give in, I have 650, so $600. Serve Pro rides again. Thank you, Serve Pro, $600.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to the Shakota FFA. It's number 19 on the list. Maybe a little camera shy, maybe the hat, I'm not sure. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome a young lady celebrating her 14th birthday here today. Happy birthday to Chloe Van Meter.
We don't just stop there, Rowdy. We don't just stop there. Y'all ready?
Happy birthday to... Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Van Meter.
Chloe. All right, here we go. And how about it down here, third? How about it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600, 500, but get 500, 66, 500, 600, people, 5, 6. Hit 500, 66, but get 600, people, I'm gonna get 5, 6, 6, but get 600 now. Jump in, help her out all you can now. They would have 500, 606, but get 607. Hit 607, but get 777, get to the 7, but get 8, now 9 here, they have 9,000. They would have 1,000, they would have 11 here, 12, 12, 12, 13, 13. It would have 13, 13, $100, bill, I'm gonna get 13, 13, but get 13, 13. Sir, you thinking about 12 and a half, now 13. Hit 13, but get 13, 13, but get 13, 15. Did that mean yes or no yes? Did it mean yes or yes? Because no is not an option. 13. Don't help me, help her. 1,300. Thank you. Now 15. 13, 50. But 13, 50. Now 14. But 14, 14. To be 14. I'm going to get 14. But 14, 14. Thanks. What you to do? 14. 13, 50. But 14. But 14, 14. 14. But 14, 14. 13, 50. 14. Sold it. 13.50. Right back there in the back. Going to be People's National Bank, Shakota, Oklahoma. Thank you. $1,350.
At this time, the breed champion registered Angus heifer from the Eufaula FFA. Make welcome Brianna Goff.
And while she's making her way in, I'm going to make some announcements. These supporters have added on to all or a group of exhibitors. Dr. Mike Voss added on 500. That's a little bit too many zeros. $50. $50 to every exhibitor in the auction. Thank you, Dr. Mike Voss. Betty Wisenhunt, McIntosh County Treasurer, added on $15 to all McIntosh County kids. Brett A. Smith, District Judge, added on $10 to every exhibitor in the sale. And Sharp's Department Store, they added on $10 to every exhibitor in the sale. So thank you to those supporters. And once again, clarification, Doc Voss was $50 per exhibitor. All right, where was I? 1,000, 11, 12. You gotta get 203, you gotta get 4, you gotta get 5, you gotta get 5 here, 5 there, you gotta get 5, you gotta get 5, 5, 5, you gotta get 60, 60, you gotta get 600, 607, 607, 770, you gotta get 1 day, you gotta get 1 day, you gotta get 900, you gotta get 1,000, you gotta get 1,000, 1, 11 here, there, 11, 12, 12, 11, 12, hit 12, 12 here, 12 there, 12, 13, 13, to be 13, 13, 14, hit 13, you gotta get 14, 14, 15, you gotta get 15, 15, 15, you gotta get 15, 15, 16, hit 16, 16, to be 16, 16, 16, 16, 15, you gotta get 16, 16, 15, 16, Terry, hit 15, 16, say, but you get 16, 15, 16, 17, hit 16, 17, to be 17, to 16, 17, but get 17, but 18, 18, to be, but 18, 18, and get 18, but get 19, 19, 19, but get 2, but get 2, 2, there, 2, but get 2, now 1, hit 21, not 2, but get 2, but get 2, 22, not 3, but get 3, but get 3, but get 3, but get 3, 2, 3, 4, hit 23, 4, but get 5, 5, 5, but 1, 5, 5, 5, 625, 600. Hit 7, hit 27, but it was 7, 7, 7, 7, but give 8, but give 8, 8, 8, 8, but give 8, 9 here, there, 29, yeah, but 1, 8, 9, but give 9, 3, but give 3, 3, but give 3, 3, but give 3, 3, get up 3,931, hit 31, but 31, 1, but 31, Daniel, get it 31, 2, hit 32, but get it 2, but get it 2, not 3, but get 3, 3, but 3, 3, but 3, Daniel, 33, but 3, 3, 2, 3, hit 32, 33, but 3, 3, but 3, 3, now 4, but get 4 here, 4 there, 33, 34, hit 33, but give 4, 4, 4, but get 33, 34, hit 33, but give, I know I'm talking to you, 33, 34. It's going to be different. Is this who's you been 33, 34? Yep, 33, 34. I'm going to give up the 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 33, 4, down, last call, 33, 34. So, $3,300. RCB Bank, Armstrong Bank, Golf Construction. Thank you. Terry Lockhart, Daniel Miller, thank you. Chris Goff. Thank you, all three of you. Appreciate you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 21 on the list. Your breed champion, Black Hereford from the Adair County 4-H, Caleb Hansen.
All right, Caleb, and take it here, third, how about it, here, third, how about it, 1, 2, 3, 4, better get 500, better bum, better get 5, 5, better get 4, better get 5, better get 5, better get 5, better get 5, 6 here, 6 here, better get 500, 600, better bum, better get 5, 6, heads, man's in now, better get 5, better 6, hit 5, better 6 here, 6 here, better get 600, better bum, better get 5, better 6 here, 6 here, 6 here, better get 500, 5 and a half, hit 5, better 5 here, 5 and a half, better 6 here, 6 here, better get 600, better bum, better get 600, up 15, hit 650, better get 7, better get 7, 7, 7, 7, better get 7, better get 7, better get 7, bum, 7, better get 7, 7, 7, get a 7 and a half, better 7 and a half, 7 and a half, hit 750, better get 7, better get 7 and a half, better 7 and a half, better get 700, here to buy, get up 50, better Jeff Man's in now, 750, better get 7, better get 7 and a half, better 7 and a half, better get all in, better get all done, last and final calls at bumpers, better get 7, better get 7 and a half, all in, better get all done, so $700. Bumpers Construction, Stigler, Oklahoma, thank you. Glad to have you back this week and this year as well. Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, your breed champion, registered Charlotte Heifer from the Stickler FFA Rye. Fenton.
All right, how about it down here? There gonna be a big old nice mama right there. How about it down here? There, how about it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 600, build a bum now, 5, 6. Hit 5, about 6, 6, 6, I'm gonna get 600, build a bum now, to get 5, about 6, 6, 6, 500, 5 and a half, get 5 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, about 7, 7, 7, get 7, 7, 7, 7, get a 7 here, there, 7. Hit 6, about 7, get 7 here to buy, get a 7, get 7, 7, 7, get a 7, get 7, 7, get a 7, get 7, get 7 here, there, get 7, get 7, 7. Now, how about 7 and a half, 8, but a day, hit 7 and a half, 8, but a day, now 50 on the, but give 8 and a half, but give 8 and a half, but give 15, 850, but get 9, but get 9 here, there, but get 9, half, but 1,000, but 1,000, 1,000, 11, but 11 here, 12, but 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 11, 12, 11, but get 12, but 12 here, 12 there, 11, 12. Jeff's man's in now, 11, 12. Jeff's got the leader, 11, get a 12, but 12, but Jeff's man's in, 11, get a 12, but 12, 12, 12, 11, 12. Hit 12, 13, 13, but 13, 13 to bid, 13, 12, but 13, 13 to bid, 13 to bum, all in, all done. Got to get 12, but 13, 13, last and final call, but get 12, but 13, 13, 12, 13. So, $1,200. RCB Bank, thank you. RCB Bank, thank you.
$23 on the list. Coming in to the sale ring, your breed champion, registered key heifer from the Warner FFA, Jake Perryman.
All right, Jake Paul, got to get looking heifer right there, dude. How about it down here, third? How about it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 here, 6 here, 500, 607. Hit 7, but get 7, 7, 7, 7, get to the 7 here, there, but I'm day, but get 900, 1,011. 11, but get 12, but 12, 12, 12, but 12 here, 12, 13, 13 to bid, 13, 14. Hit 13, but get 14, 14, 14, but get 14, 14, 13, but get 14, 14, 15. Yeah, but 15, 15 to bid, 50, but get 16, 1600, out here, but 16, get to the 16, 16. Hit 15, but get 16, 1600, out here, but I'm not get 50, but get 16, 1600, out here, but I'm not get all them, all done, 15, 16. 15, so but get 16, 16, had to give all them, but give all done, 15, 16, land I have 15, 16. Sold out $1,500. Daniel, was that you, Armstrong Bank? For $1,500, RCB and Armstrong. $1,500, RCB and Armstrong Bank. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Daniel.
24 on the list. From the Sequoia County 4-H your breed champion, registered Hereford, Chancey Clark.
All right, and take it here, there, how about it, and but 1, 2, 3, 4, but get 5, but 1, 5, but 1, 5, but 5 here, 5, 3, 5, but 5, 5, 5, but 5, but get 4 is a bit, 5, but 1, 5, but get 500, 100. 8, 5, but 5, 5, 5, but 1, 5, but 5, 5, but get 5, 5. What are y'all talking about here? 5, but 600, 100, 5, 6. 8, 5, but 6, 6, but get 600, 100, but 500, but get 5, but get 500, but get 550, but 150, but get 500, but get 5, but get 5, but get 550. 8, 500 is a bit, 50 to buy, but 150, but get 50, but get 50, but get 50, but get 50, but 50, but 500, 500, but 6, 6, but get 600, not half. Hit 6 and a half, but 600 here, body, but 50, but 600, 6 and a half, but have the one that get all in, all done, gonna be last and final call, 600, 650, 650, but 650, but even die. So $600. Bravado Wireless, thank you. Bravado Wireless, thank you.
Once again, a great big thank you to Bravado Wireless, making it possible to watch all across the World Wide Web. Your breed champion, Red Angus heifer from the Shakota 4-H, Marcella Wilma.
Oh, and a nice nice little red Angus right there, dude. How many down here, there, now, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 600, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 607, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 650, 650, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, here, there, 7, 6, 7, it's 7, 7, half, 7, 7, half, 8, 1, day, now, half, 8, half, 9, 9 here, there, 9, 9, half, 9, half, 950, 950, 50, 9, half, 950, 950, 909 half, Irish man's in 900, 950. You guys got the same one. 950, better give all in, better give all now. $1,000 bill, have it 1,000. Better get 9, have it 1,000, better 11, better 11, better get 10 half, better get 10, 1050. Jerry, your man's got to be 1050, better get 10, 10 half, had to give all him, better give it, got to be 1050. Your man's got to be 1,050, better get $1,050 bill to bump now, better get 50, better get 50, better give all in, all done, last call, 1,050. Here, but $1,050 bill to bump now, better give it now, half. What's he gonna do here? There, but $1,050. Here, but $1,050 bill to bump now, better give it sold at $1,000. Armstrong Bank, Shakota. Thank you, Armstrong Bank, Shakota.
Also, ladies and gentlemen of Muskogee County 4-H is selling Muskogee Regional Junior Livestock Show apparel. That's for sale over there. They're also doing a beef raffle. Thank you to Dr. Mike Boss for giving away 2 halves of beef. If you have not purchased a raffle ticket, you can do so back with Miss Leatherman at the sponsor table.
All right, here we go with your breed champion Shorthorn from the Tahlequah FFA, Kraylin King.
Here we go, boys. What do you give for it? 500 here, 500 here, hit a bit 500, 500 bid, 600 5 bid, 700 bid, 800 bid, 800, 8 bid, 8 now, 900 bid, 900 5 bid, 900, out of bid 9 now, $1,000 bill, now 1100, out of bid 11 now, 1200 bid, 1200, 1300 bid, 13, 13 bid, 13 to 5 bid, 13, 13 bid, 13 to 14, 14, out of bid 14, hit a bid 14, 15 now, 1600, 16, 17, 1800 bid, 18 to 1900, now 2000, now 21, bid 21 to 5 bid, 21. 22 to bid, 22 to buy 3, now 4 bid, 24, 25 to bid, 6 to buy 26, double bid 26, 6, 6, double bid 26, 25 to bid, 6 to buy 25, you and Jerry in it, 25 to bid, 6 to buy 26, it'll be 26, 6, 6, double bid 26, I'm with you all the way, 25, bid 26, double bid 26, 25, you and him, 25, bid 26, bid 26, all in all done, sold at 2,500. Sooner salvage, surplus, Sooner surplus, Sooner surplus 2,500, Sooner surplus.
All right, here we go. Next into the sale ring with your breed champion AOB heifer from the Wilson FFA, Mackenzie Hicks.
500 here, 500 where, hit a bit 500 now, 500 bit 500, hit a bit 500, hit a bit 500, 500, 500, 500, hit a bit 500, hit a bit 500, 500, hit a bit 5 and do 500, 400, let's go, hit a bit 4, now 4, now 4, now 4, hit a bit 4, hit a bit 4, now 4, now 4, now 4, hit a bit 4, now 4, now 4, now 400, I got your best 4 now 5, money's in the back, bit 4 now 5, I got her 4, Carl, you gotta be 5, money's in the back at 4, gotta be 5, now 600, dollar bit 600, hit a bit 6, now 6, now 600, hit a bit 6, hit a bit 6, hit a bit 6, 500 a bid, 600 a buy, 6, 900 6, sold it $500 KW Cattle, $500 KW Cattle. Thank you, Miss Beth Wright.
Let's move on to a market goat from the Fort Gibson 4-H, going to be Emma Gifford.
What do you give on the market go? 300 here, 300 here, it'll be 300 down bid, 400 buy, 4, 4, $4, $4, $4, now 5 bid, 5 buy, 6, 6, $6, 6, 6, 600, it'll be 600, money with Doug, 5 to bid, 6 to buy, now 700, it'll be 7 now, 800 bid, 800 to buy, now 900 bid, 900 to buy, 999, hit a $1 bid 9, $1 bid 9, $9, $1 bid 9, $1 bid 9, now $1,000 bill, down to bid, down to buy 1,100, your man down, 1,100, $1 bid 1,100, hit a bid 11, 11, 11, $1 bid 11, $1,000 bid 1,100, buy bid 1,000, 1,100, hit a bid 1,000, 1,100, sold it $1,000. James Hodge, Toyota.
All right, next up with a market goat from the Keys 4-H, going to be Elizabeth Haggard.
300 here, 300 where, hit it 3 and a bit, 3 to 5 300, hit it 3 and 3 and 300, hit it 3 and 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 hit it 3 3 3 300, 300 down for 350, hit it 3 and a half, 300 a bit, 350 to 5 to 350, hit it 350, $350 bit 350, 350 in a bit 350, sold it $300. Bumpers Construction, thank you, Bumpers Construction. We're turning the page on your sheet, turning the page.
With a no kid from the Kinta 4-H, gonna be Bradley Strain.
300 here, 300 where, dollar bit 300, hit it 3 to 3, 3, 3, dollar bit 3 to bid, 3 now, half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 400 bid, 400 to 5 to 4 and a half, now 500 to bid, 500 to 5 to 500, hit it 5 to 5, 5, 5, dollar bit 5, now half, 5 to bid 6, hit it 6, hit it 6, dollar bit 6, 6, 6, dollar bit 6, hit it 600, hit it 6, 6, 6, dollar bit 6. Ed, I'm with you at $550. Gotta be 600. It'll be 6, 6 now 6. It'll be 6, it'll be 6, 6, 6, it'll be 6. 550 to be 6 to buy. Are we both together? We all right at 550? We're all right at 550 to be 6 to buy, 6, 6, 6, it'll be 6. Sold it $550. Armstrong Bank Warner, ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause.
Now let's move on to a Ham Lamb reserve breed from the Shakota FFA. Gonna be Tashel Montgomery.
What do you give? Who's here to bid? 3 to bid, 4 to 5 to 3, 3, 3, double bid, 3 now, half, 3 and a half to bid, 3 and a half to buy, now 4 now, 4 and a half bid, 4 and a half to 5 to 4 and a half, double bid, 4 and a half, double bid, 4 and a half now, 5 to bid, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, I got you at 5, gotta be 5 and a half, 5 and a half, had to be 5 and a half, double bid, 5 and a half, $550, 500 to bid, 550 to buy, bid 5 and a half, 5 and a half to 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, now 600 bid, 600 to buy, bid 6, 6, 6, double bid 6. Head of it 6, little bit 6, anybody wants it 6? Carl, your man's out, 5 and a half with Ivory, gotta be 600. Head of it 6, little bit 6, anybody bid 6, sold it $550. Oh, what do you give here? 300 here, 300 where it'll be 3, it'll be 3 to 5 to 3, now half, 3 and a half to 3 and a half, 3 and a half to 4 and a half, 4 to be, now half, 4 and a half to 4 and a half, 5 to 4 and a half, 4 and a half to 5 to 5 to 5, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half to 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 600 bid, 600 to 5 at 600, it'll be 6 now, 600 bid, 600 now, half, 6 and a half, 5, 6 and a half bid, 7 to 5 at 7, 7, double 7, jump right under Jeff, 7 and a half, double 7 and a half bid, 8 to 5 at 8, 8, double bit 8, double bit 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, $850 bid 8 and a half, bid 8 and a half, double bit 8 and a half, you want to do 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 800 with iron, 800 bid, 8 and a half, divided by 8 and a half, sold it your way, 8 and a half, now 900, bid 900, did you do 9? Jeff, will I do 9? 8 and a half to bid, 9 divided by 900, now half, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, half, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, that's what you told me just a minute ago, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, it's serious this time, 9 and a half, sold it your way, Jeff, $900. Crimson Steel, thank you, Crimson Steel.
Let's move on to a cross hog from the Fort Gibson 4-H. Going to be Carson Weigel.
Oh, what do you give this young lady here? 300 here, 300 where it'll be 3 now, half bid, 4 to 5 to 4, 4 to 4 now, half, 4 and a half, 500 bid, 500 to 5 to 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 600 to bid, 600 to 5 600, half, 6 and a half, double bid, 6 and a half, 7 to bid, 7 to 5 7, 7, double bid 7, double bid 7, 7, double bid 7. Doug's got it at 650, gotta be 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 800 bid, 800 to 5 at 800 now, half, 8 and a half, 9, 9, 9, double bid 9, double bid 9, 9, 9, double bid 9. It'll be 9 now, half, 9 and a half, $1,000 bill. It'll be down to the base, down to $5,000, $1,000 be down, it'll be down, it'll be 1,000, it'll be 1,000. So that your way, Mr. McKinney, $950. Direct traffic control. Thank you very much. $950. Direct traffic control. That's right. Give them a round of applause.
And let's move on to another cross hog from the Fort Gibson 4-H. I'm going to be Cade Waggle.
Oh, what do you give on a good cross hog here? 300 here, 300 where it ought to be 3 to be 3 to buy and a half, 3 and a half, ought to be 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, ought to be 3 and a half, 400 to bid, 400 to buy it, 400 and a half, 4 and a half, 500 bid, 500 to buy it, 500 to bid, 5, half 6 now, 6 and a half, half, 6 and a half, 7 to bid, 7 to buy now, half. 7 and a half, half, double 7 and a half, 7 and a half, anybody 7 and a half, half, double 7 and a half, 7 to be 7 and a half, 800, I can give it 7 and a half, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, double 9, 9, 9, 9, 8, 9, 9, now half, now $1,000 bill, now $1,100, now $1,200, now $1,300, now $1,400, now $1,500, 15, 15, 15 to bid, 15 to buy, but 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, now $1,600, 16, now $1,700, 1,600. 16 now 17, ought to be 17, 17, that'll be 17. Doug, you're 17 now, 1800. That'll be 18. That'll be 18 and 18. It'll be at 18 to 5 at 18 now, 1900. It'll be 19 to 19 to 19, 19, 19. It'll be 19. Doug, I sold it your way, Mr. McKinney, $1,800. Direct traffic and Armstrong Bank, ladies and gentlemen.
Now let's go to a cross hog from the Porter 4-H, and this will be Elizabeth Buckmaster.
On a good cross hog, 300 here, 300 where, it'll be 3, it'll be 3 to buy, that'll be 3, it'll be 3, it'll be 3, 3, 3, that'll be 3, now half, 3 and a half, that'll be 3 and a half, 400 to bid, 400 to buy, 4 now half, 4 and a half now, 5 to bid, 5 to buy now half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 600 to bid, 600 to buy now half, 6 and a half now 7, that'll be 7, 7, that'll be 7 to do 7, 7 to bid, 7 to buy now half, 7 and a half, 8 to bid, 8 to buy, but 8, 8, 8, that'll be 8, that'll be 8, who'll be 8, and it'll be 8, 7 and a half to bid, 800 to buy, but 800, it'll be 8, 8, 8, that'll be 8, anybody want to bid 8? Get on 8, sold it $750. East Side Industrial Park. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. East Side Industrial Park.
All right, here we go with a cross hog from the Oklahoma FFA. Gonna be Dylan Watson.
500 here, 500 where, it'll be 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 to bid, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 500 to bid, 550 to buy, 5 and a half, it'll be 5 and a half, 600 to bid, 600 to buy now, half now, 7 to bid, 7 to buy now, half to bid, 8 now, 9 to bid, 9 to buy now, 1,000 to bid, 1,100 to buy, 1,000 to bid, 11 to buy, 1,100 to bid, 1,100, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 1,000 to bid, 1,100 to buy, 1,100, Carl, I'm with you all the way, 1,000 to bid, 1,100 to buy, anybody 1,000, 1,100, 1,100, 1,100, 2,000, 1,100. Sold it your way, $1,000 bill. Tulsa Stockyards and Mr. Joe Doneves. Thank you. Sale every Monday.
Let's go to number 37 in the sale catalog with a Hampshire Reserve Breed Hamp Hog from the Weber's Falls 4-H. I'm going to be Gunner Shelby.
What do you get right here, ladies and gentlemen? 500 here, 500 where, it'll be 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 300, let's go. 300 here, 300 now, forward bid, 4 and a half, 5 bid, 5 to buy, 600 to bid, 600 to buy, 6, double 6, 6, double 6. I'm with Ed at 550, bid 6. Now 6 and a half, 6 and a half, half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, half, double 6 and a half, 600 to bid, 650 to buy, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, you're gonna do 6 and a half, 600 to bid, 650 to buy, 6 and a half, 6 and a half. Ed, I sold it your way, $600. Armstrong Bank of Gore. Thank you, Armstrong Bank of Gore.
All right, let's go with the Hamp Hog from the Porter 4-H, Creed Kilgore. State officer candidates that are wanting to visit with us for just a minute at at number 51. Between 50 and 51 in the sale order is when we will give you your opportunity to speak. So you're about 13-ish or so animals away.
Creek Kilgore. Ladies and gentlemen, 300 here, 300 where, it'll be 3, it'll be 3, it'll be 300, now half, it'll be 3 and a half, about 3 and a half, 3 and a half, it'll be 3 and a half, about 3 and a half, 3 and a half, it'll be 4 to buy now, half, now, 5 to be 5 to buy, 5 to buy, it'll be 5 now, half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, it'll do 5 and a half, I'm with Carl at 500 to be 550 to buy, 5 and a half, 550, 550 to 550, 550, 5 and a half, 500 to bid, 550 to buy now, 600. Head with 6, double 6, double 6, double 6, 550 to bid, 600 to buy, 6. Now half, 650 bucks, 650, 600 to bid, 650 to buy, 6 and a half, 6 and a half. Thank you for what you did do. Sold it your way, Carl, $600. Porter Lions Club, thank you very much. Porter Lions Club.
Let's go with the reserve breed Berkshire hog from the Porter 4-H. I'm going to be Max Herndon.
300 here, 300 where, get on, 300, now half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, divide by 3 and a half, 3 and a half, money's up here, 3 to be, 3 and a half, divide by 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 4, dollar bit 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 4, half, 4 and a half, now 5 to be, 5 to buy, 5 and a half, 5 and a half in the back, 5 and a half, now 600 in the front, 600 to do, 600 to bid, 600 to buy, 600, 5 and a half in the back, 600, head bid 600, input bid 600, sold it all the way in the back, $550, same way, Porter Lions Club, thank you, Porter Lions Club.
Let's go to a Berkshire hog from the Eufaula 4-H and going to be J.C. Kiker.
Oh, here we go. 300 here, 300 where, get on, 300. Head with 3 to 5, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, that'll be 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 400 to bid, 400 to buy, 400. Head with 400 to bid, 400 to buy, 400. Head with 400, you do 400, now half, 4 and a 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 half, money's at 4 and a half, 500. Head with 5, 5. Sold at $450. James Hodge Ford, Mr. Jack Hodge.
Let's go to the reserve breed Yorkshire from the McIntosh 4-H, Tice Buck.
What do you give here? 500 here, 500 where? Hit a bit of 5, 500, buy now half, 5 and a 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 half. I'm with Ira, 500 here, 500 and a half where? 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half. Sold it $500. Armstrong, Shakota, thank you. Armstrong, Bank of Shakota.
Let's move on to the reserve breed Poland hog from the Porter FFA, Mackenzie Todd.
What do you give for Mackenzie Todd? 300 here, 300 where? 3, $3 and a half, 3 and a half to bid, 4 to buy, 4 to 4. That'll be 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, that'll be 4 and a half. That'll be 4 and a half, that'll be 4 and a half. Now 500 to bid, 500 and a half to buy. That'll be 5 and a half, that'll be 5 and a half, that'll be 5 and a half. 500 to bid, 5 and a half to buy, 5 and a half. I'm with Jeff at 500. You got to be 5 and a half. 5 and a half, $5 and a half, $5 and a half, $5 and a half, $5 and a half. Sold it your way, Jeff, $500. Porter Booster Club, $500. Porter Booster Club, thank you.
We're going to change things up a little bit and move into the bovine department with a steer from the Mulgrove FFA. Going to be Caden Quarterman.
A lot of beef on the leash right there, ladies and gentlemen. What do you give? 500 here, 500 where, a little bit 500 here, 500 where, a little bit 500, hit a bit 5 now half, 5 and a half, bit 5 and a half, a little bit 5 and a half, 500 a bit, 550 to 5 and a half, bit 5 and a half, dollar bit 5 and a half, 5 and a half, bit 5 and a half, now 600 a bit, 600 by now, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 700, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, bit 800, every day, dollar bit 800. Carl, you're all right at 7 and a half, at 800. Every day, dollar bit 8, anybody bit 8. Sold it $750. James Hodge Ford, Hodge family. If it's got a steering wheel, they'll sell it to you. James Hodge Ford, Hodge Country.
All right, take a look here with another steer from the Shakota 4-H, and it's going to be Shayla Dismukes.
What do you give from this Mukes girl right here? 500 here, 500 where, hit a bit of 500 here, 500 where, hit a bit 500, 300, let's go. Hit a bit 300 here, 300 where, now half, now 4 to bid, 4 to 5 to 4, 4 to 4 and a half. Hit a bit 4 and a half, 5, 4 and a half, 500 to bid, 500 to 5 to 500, now half to bid, 500 and a half, 5 to 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 6, now 6 and a half to bid, 700 to buy, I'm with you at 650. Jeff's at 650 bids, 700 to buy, 700 to 7, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, I'm with you at Irish, 700 to bid, 7 and a half, that'll be 7 and a half, 7 and a half, it'll do 7 and a half, 800, I got him at 8 and a half, 8 and a half, it'll do 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, it'll do 8 and a half, 800 to bid, 850 to buy, but 8 and a half, 8 and a half, it'll do 8 and a half, 8 and a half, anybody be 8 and a half, I'm with Jeff at 800, it gotta be 8 and a half, 8 and a half, do 8 and a half, I'm with Jeff at 800, be 8 and a half, now 900, Jeff. 900 bid 900 bid 9 dollar bid 9 dollar bid 9 dollar bid 9 anybody bid 9 8 and a half bid 9 to buy bid 9 sold it $850. James Hodge Ford.
Now let's move on to your reserve breed, Angus heifer from the Keys FFA Trinity Ward.
Oh, nice looking Angus heifer right there, ladies and gentlemen. What do you give? 500 here, 500 where, hit a bit of 5, hit a bit of 500 here, 500 where, now half, 5 and a half, bit 5 and a half, dollar bit 5 and a half, 5 and a half, give 5 and a half, dollar bit 5 and a half, give $550. I'm with Ed at 500, bit 5 and a half, 5 and a half, do 5 and a half, 500 a bid, 550 to 5 and a half, hit a bit 5 and a half, dollar 5 and a half, sold it your way, Ed, $500. Bravado Wireless, $500. Thank you, Bravado Wireless.
All right, let's move on to your reserve breed, Hereford heifer from the Vian FFA Lexi Vinson.
Also remember on your photos, hogs stay on the west side. Everything else will be at the backdrop on the right. Thank you to Stacy Pierce Creative for taking the photos here tonight. Lexi Vinson, 300 here, 300 where, hit a bit 3 to be, 3 to buy, 3 and a half, hit a bit 3 and a half, to be 4 to 5 to 4, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half to 4 and a half, 5 to 5 to be 5 to 5 and 5, 4 and a half to be 5, 4 and a half to be 5, 5 to be 5 and a half, 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 I'm with Ira 5 bid, 5 and a half to buy bid, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, anybody bid 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, $550, 500 to bid, 550 to buy, sold it Ira's way, $500. KW Cattle, thank you, Miss Beth Rye, KW Cattle Company.
Let's move on to the reserve breed, limousine heifer from the Beggs FFA, going to be Braden Winters.
300 here, 300 where, hit a bit 3 to be 3 to buy, 300 now, half, 3 and a half, 300 to be 350 to buy, 3 and a half, 350 to bid, now 4 now, half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 5 to bid, 5 to buy, 5 to buy, 5 to buy, 5 and a half, it is 6 to buy, bid 600 to bid 6 to 5 bid 6, 6, 6, double bid 6, 550 to bid 600 to 5 bid 6, 6. I'm with you, Ed. 550 to bid 600 to 5 bid 6. Anybody bid 6? Everybody bid 6. Sold it $550. Bravado Wireless. Thank you, Mr. Carl. Bravado Wireless. $550. Doing a bind. You're good.
Who love the smell of that Shoshine and pink oil? Here we go. Reserve breed Maine heifer from the Sequoia County 4-H, Carly Clark.
500 here, 500 where it been 5 bid, 5 to 5 bid 500 here, 500 where it been 500, it been 5, 5, 5 to bid, 5 to 5 bid 5 now, 600 here, 600 where it been 600 bid 6, 6, 6, all bid 600, it been 6 now, 7 to bid, 7 to 5 bid 700 bid 8 to 700, it been 7, 7, double bid 7, 7, double bid 700, money's up here with me, 6 to bid, 700 to buy, it been 7, double bid 7, 7, double bid 7, anybody bid 7, 7, double bid 7, you're right at 600 to bid, 700 to buy bid 700, sold it $600. RCB Bank, $600. RCB Bank, $600.
All right, state officer candidates, you're just a couple animals away, so be ready. Let's go to the reserve breed. Red Angus heifer from the Midway FFA, going to be Caitlin Skiles.
Oh, really nice Red Angus coming in the ring for you right here, ladies and gentlemen. When he gives 300 here, 300 where it be 300, get on, 300 here, 300 where it be 300 now, half, 3.5, that'll be 3.5, it'll be 3.5, 3.5 now, 4 to bid, now 4.5 to 5 to 5 now, 5.5 to bid, 5.5 to buy 6 now, half, 6.5 is 6.5 to buy 6.5, half, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 700 to bid, 700 to buy 700, it'll be 7, double bid 7, double bid 7, double bid 7. It'll be 7. Jeff, I'm with you all the way. 6 to bid, 700 to buy 7. It'll be 7, double bid 7, 7, double bid 7, double bid 7, 7, double bid 7. You boys get a 7. Gonna do 7. 6 to bid, 7 to buy 7, 7, double bid 7, double bid 7, 7, double bid 7. 6 to bid, 7 to buy 7, 7, double bid 7. All in all done, $600. Avery Fricks. Boat Doctor and Avery Fricks. Representative Avery Fricks and Boat Doctor combining for that one. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, let's go to your reserve breed Shorthorn heifer from the Tahlequah FFA, going to be Chase Krebs.
What do you give right here, ladies and gentlemen? Get on, 300 here, 300 where? Hit to bid 3, don't be 3 now, 4 to bid, 4 to 5 to 4, 4, 4, $4 bid 4 now, 5 to bid, 5 to 5 now, 600 to bid, 7 to 5 to 800 to bid, 800 to 5 to 900 to bid, 900 to bid, 1,000 to bid, 1,100 to bid, 11, 1,200 to bid, 1,300 to 5 to 13, 13, double bid 13. You're right at 12 to bid, 13 to 5 to 13, 13. You're right at 12 to bid, 13 to 5 to 13. Some more, 13 to bid, 13 to 5 to 13, 13. Jerry's in at 12. You're at 13. Now 14, now 15, Edward 15, now 16, 16, y'all got me confused, now 17, now 18, what are you at, 18, now 19, now 2,000, 2,000, I thought he was supposed to be taking your bid, 19 to bid, 2,000, 5 at 19, 2,000, 2,000, 19, 19, 2,000, 19 to bid, 2,000 to buy, 19, 2,000, anybody 2,000, sold at 1,900. Inhofe, Landing Cattle. Give him a great big round of applause. Inhofe, Landing Cattle, $1,900. Thank you.
Kennedy, hold up, Kennedy. We're going to let the state officers, candidates speak, and we're going to start with, how many of y'all are, I have 2 names, and I'm going to start with Gracie Norris from Oologah. She's running for Northeast Area Vice President. And the ones that I don't have your name, you can introduce yourselves. How'll that be? Because I know when you do what you do, you got to be able to speak, right? So right here's Gracie.
Good evening. My name is Gracie Norris, and I proudly represent the Oologah FFA chapter. I am currently running for FFA state office as a candidate for the Northeast Area Vice President. Appreciate your time.
I'm Blake Runner. I'm also from the Ewing FFA chapter, and I'm a candidate for the state FFA secretary. Thank you, guys.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Kinsey Kennedy, and I proudly represent the Eder FFA chapter as a candidate for your next Northeast Area Vice President. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jake Landrum, and I proudly represent the Manfred FFA chapter, and am currently running for the office of State FFA Reporter. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to each and every one of you. Thanks for coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, 51 on the list, your reserve breed champion, Simmental heifer, Kennedy Lockhart.
All right, Kennedy, done. How about it on here, third? How about it 1, 2, 3, 4? I'm going to get $500 bill. I'm going to get 5, 5, 5, 5, I'm going to get 6 here, 7 here. I'm going to get 7, I'm going to get 7, 7, 8. I'm going to get 8, 8. I'm going to get 900 on 1,000. I'm going to get 1,000 on 11. I'm going to get 11 here. 12, I'm going to get 12. I'm going to get 12, 12, 12. I'm going to get 12 here, 12 there. I'm going to get 12, I'm going to get 12, 12, 12. I'm going to get 13, 13 to bill, 13. I'm going to get 13, 1300 bill. I'm going to get 13, 13, 14. I'm going to get 14, I'm going to get 14, 1400. I'm going to get 13, I'm going to get 14, 14 to bill, 14. I'm going to get 14, 15, 1500 bill. I'm 15, 15. I'm going to get 14, I'm going to get 15, 15. You're going to get 15, 16, 16 to bid, 16 to bum. 15, 1600 bill. I'm going to get 16, 16, 15, 16. All in, all done. Is that where we're going to end up? 15, 16, 15, 16. I'm going to get 16, 16. All in, all done. 15, 16. I'm going to give it time. So, $1,500. American Bank of Muskogee and Golf Construction. Thank you. Appreciate you.
52 on the list from the Forum FFA with a commercial heifer, Ethan Shoemake.
All right, Ethan, and a nice one he has. All right, how about it down here, there, now, but a 1, 2, 3, I'm going to get 4, I'm going to get $500 bill on, I'm going to get 5, I'm going to get 5 here, 5, 3, 5, I'm going to get 5, 5, 5, 5, I'm going to get 5, 4, 5, I'm going to get 4, I'm going to get 5 here, there, I'm going to get 5, I'm going to get 6, 6, 8, I'm going to get $600 bill on, I'm going to get 5, 6, hit 5, I'm going to get 4, 4, but I'm 500, I'm going to get 600, I'm going to get 500, 5, I'm going to get 500, 5, 15, I'm going to get 500, I'm going to get 50, 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 500, 5 and a half here, there, I'm going to get 500, 5 and a half, all him, I'm going to get all done, I'm going to get 500, 5 and a half here, done, I got to be, I'm going to get 500, I'm going to get 5 and a half, and I have, I'm going to get 500, 550, now $600 bill, I'm going to get 6, 6, 8, I'm going to get $600 here, now 50, I'm going to get 600 here, I'm going to get 50, I'm going to get 6, 7, hit 7, I'm going to get 7, 7, I'm going to get 7, 7, 7, 7, I'm going to get 7 here, 750, I'm going to get 7 and a half, I'm going to get 7, I'm going to get 7 and a half, fire your man's in second place here, there, I'm going to get 7, I'm going to get 7 and a half, hit 7, I'm going to get 700, I'm going to get 50, I'm going to get 50, I'm going to get 7, I'm going to get 7 and a half, all in, I'm going to get all done, yes sir, yes, I gotta go, $750 bill, I'm going to get 700, 7 and a half, I'm going to give it time, so $700. Cross telephone, thank you. Cross telephone, thank you.
53 on the list for the market goat from the Fort Gibson FFA, Anna Hardy.
All right, Anna, and how about it down here, there, down, but a 1, 2, 3, I'm going to get 4, I'm going to get $500 bill, I'm going to get 5, I'm going to get 6, 6, 8, I'm going to get 500, 5 and a half, I'm going to get 5, I'm going to get 500, 5 and a half, hit 500, I'm going to get 50, 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 I'm going to get 500, I'm going to get 5 and a half, I'm going to get 5 and a half, I'm going to get $550, hit 500 is a bit, 50 to buy, if you're now 600, I'm going to get 6 here now, 50, I'm going to get 600, $50 bill, I'm going to get 50, 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 650, I'm going to get 7, I'm going to get 7, I'm going to get 7 here, to buy 7, I'm going to get 7 and a half, I'm going to get 7 and a half, hit 7, I'm going to get 7 and a half, 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 I'm going to get 7, I'm going to get 8, I'm going to get 8, 8, 8, 8, I'm going to get 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 8, and now 50, but I'm 800, 50, but I'm 50, but I'm 50, but I'm 800, but I'm 800, 50, 800, 800, 800, 800, 800, 800, 800, bill, I'm going to give it, but I'm 800, 50, but I'm all in, all done, I'm going to give 800, 850, so $800.
Synchronized swimming, isn't it?
Was it Toyota? James Hodge Toyota, thank you. Rick Ham, Jack Hodge, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 54 on the list from the Fort Gibson 4-H, a market goat, Wade Moore.
All right, Wade, how about it on here, there, down, but a 1, 2, 3, I'm going to get 3, 3, 4, I'm going to get 5 here, 5, 3, I'm going to get 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, I'm going to get 4, 5, I'm going to get 5 here, 5, 3, I'm going to get 4, 5, 600, hit 5, I'm going to get 6, 6, 7, I'm going to get 7, 7, 7, get to 7, I'm going to get 7, 7, 7, hit 600, 7, 70, but I'm 8, 8, 8, 8, I'm going to get 8, 8, 8, 8, I'm going to get 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 8, now 9, I'm going to get 9, I'm going to get 9, you're going to get 8, 9, you're going to get 9 here, you're going to get 9,000 bill, there, but 1,000, you're going to get 900, but $1,000 bill, but 1, 1, 1, that, but 11 here, there, 11, but 11, but 11, but 11, 1,011, here, but 1,011, but 11 here, to buy 11, but give all in, but give all 1,011, but 11, 11, is that where he's going to end up? 1,011, had to give in to $1,011, so $1,000, so $1,000. Okay, the law office of Samus and Randall from Dallas, Texas. Staubus, I'll just give it to Gina. Law office of Staubus and Randall, Dallas, Texas. Thank you.
Former student, that's right. Former student, thank you. Coming back and supporting the young people who grew up here, coming back and supporting here, thank you. 55 on the list, the doe kid from the Shakota 4-H, Carly Glover. 55 on the list, Carly Glover, we need your doe kid in. Kids, if you would, pay attention. 55 on the list, 56 being ready, 57, 58, and 59. You know how it goes.
All right, and how about it down here, there, down, but 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get 5 here, 5 there, but I get 5, 5, 5, 5. Now 6 and 66, but I get 6 a bit, 6 7, 7, but I get 7, but I get 7, 7, 8, but I get 8, 8, 8, 8, but I get 8, 8, 8, 8, but I get 900, but 1,000, but 1,000, 1, but 11, but 11 here, 11, but 1100, 12, but 12, 12, 11, 12, but 12 here, 12 there, but I get 12, but 12, 12, 12, give 11 half, sir, 11, 50, 1100, 50, but 50, but 50, but I get 50, but I get 11 half, but 11 half, all in, all done, $1,150 bill, now, but I give all in, all done, 11 half, but I give it done. So, $1,100. Oklahoma Ag Credit, thank you, sir. Oklahoma Ag Credit, thank you.
From 56 from the Keys FFA Reserve Champion, Lamb, Bryce Smith.
All right, Bryson, how about it down here, there, down, but 1, 2, 3, but I get 4, but I get $500 bill, I'm going to get 5, but 5, 5, 5, but 66, but I get 6 a bit, 6, I'm going to get 5, 6, hit 5, but 66, but I get 600, 500, 5 and a ham, but I get 5 and a ham, but I get 5 and a ham, but I get 500, 5 and a ham, hit 500, but I get 5 and a ham, but I get 5 and a ham, but I get 500, but I get 5 and a ham, but I get all in, all done, help her out how you can, but I get 550, but I get 500, but I get 5 and a ham, but I get 500, but I get 5 and a ham, but I get all in, all done, yes or no, gotta go, but I get 500, but I get 5 and a ham, hit 500, but I get soldier way, $500. Armstrong Bank, Tahlequah, thank you. Armstrong Bank, Tahlequah.
57 on the list from the Wagner County Clovers 4-H Aubrey Rexwinkle.
All right, Aubrey, and how about it down here, there, down, but 1, 2, 3, but I get 4, but I get 5, but I get 5, but I get 66, but I get 607, but I get 7, 7, 7, 7, get 7, 8, 7, 7, it's 607, 7, but I get 7, 7, 7, 7, but I get 7 here, there, but I get 7, 7, 8, but I'm day, but I get 8, it's 7, 8, but I'm day, but I get 8, but I get 8, but I get 8, but I get 8, but I get 7, but I get 700, 7 half all in, had to give all done, but I get $750 bill, now, but I get 50, but I get 50, but 7, but I get 7 half, and I have 750, you had to get 7, but I get 7 half, but I get 9. Sold out $700. Going to be Tulsa Stockyards, and thank you, Joe Doneves.
Moving to 58 on the list with a cross hog from the Fort Gibson 4-H, Cameron Odell. Fort Gibson FFA, Cameron Odell.
Right, Cameron, and how many on there, how many 1, 2, 3, but I get 4, but I get 5, but I get 5, but I get 5 here, 5 there, 5, but I get 5, 5, 5. Now $600 bill. You had to get 607, but I get 7, 7, 7, get a 7 to bid, 7 to 7, 607, 7, but I get 7 to bid, 7 to 600 here, 550, but 50, 650, but 50, but 650. Thank you, Ed Henderson. Have a good evening, Ed. 600, but 650, 650, but $50 bill now, but I get 50, but I get 50, but 650, but I get all him down. Heck, he might have been bidding, I don't know. 650, but $50 bill now, but I give you, but 650, but I give it, I have 650. Sold $600. White's Slaughterhouse, thank you. White's Processing, White's Slaughterhouse, thank you.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, the Cherokee Nation will add $200 to each Cherokee citizen making the sale and living within the jurisdiction boundaries of the Cherokee Nation. Rex Jordan, District 1 Tribal Councilman, is here representing the Cherokee Nation. Please make sure you have the form and the CDIB card turned in to the add-on table over there to my left for $200. Thank you to the Cherokee Nation and Rex Jordan, District 1.
All right, let's go with the cross swine. Going to be Holbert 4H and going to be Kinley Steely. Here we go. There. 1, 2, 3. Everybody get 4, 5. Everybody get 5. Everybody get 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Everybody get 5, 5, 5. Everybody get 4, 5. Everybody get 5 here, 5 there. Everybody get 5. Everybody get 5. Everybody get 5, 5, 5, 5. Everybody get 4. Everybody get 4 and a half. Hit 4. Everybody get 4. 50. Everybody get 400. Everybody get 59. Everybody get 50. Everybody get 400. Everybody get 4 and a half. 5. Everybody get 5, 5, 5. Get up 5. Everybody get 4 and a half. Everybody get 5 here, 5 there, 5. Everybody get 5, 5, 5. Everybody get 5. Now half. Everybody get 5 and a half. Everybody get 5. Everybody get 5 and a half. Everybody get 5 and a half. Thanks what you did do. Everybody get 5. Everybody get 5 and a half. Everybody get all them all done. 5 and a half. Did you get it? Everybody get 5. Everybody get 5 and a half. Everybody give it a Jerry's in. 500, 5 and a half. Just kidding. 500, 5 and a half. Everybody get 500. Everybody get 5 and a half. Everybody get all them. Everybody get all done. Yes, sir. Yes. I'm gonna give. Everybody get 500, 5 and a half. It sold out $500. Sold out $500. Armstrong Bank, Muskogee, $500. Thank you.
Turning the page, ladies and gentlemen, number 60 on the list. Also, there is a beef raffle. If you would like the chance to win a half a beef, there's a table set up back there behind the buyer section. Anyone can purchase a raffle ticket for a half a beef. That beef was donated by Dr. Mike Voss. If you would, give Dr. Mike Voss a great big round of applause for everything that he does for the kids here at the Muskogee Regional Junior Livestock Show. And be sure and go by and buy your raffle ticket. Number 60, Diane Stacy from the Oklahoma 4-H.
With a nice Burke hog. Here we go. Down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody get 500. Everybody get 500. Everybody get 4. 500. 6, 6. Everybody get 7. Everybody get 7. 7. 7. Everybody get 8. Everybody get 8. 8. 8. 8. 8. Everybody get 800. 8. And now 9. Everybody 9,000. 11. Everybody get 1,000. 11. Everybody 11 here. Divide 11. Everybody 11. Everybody 11. 1,000. 11. 1,000. 11. Everybody 11 here. Divide 11. Everybody 1,000. Everybody give 11. Everybody 11. Everybody 11. Everybody give all them all done. Have it 1,000. 1,100. Everybody give in a half. Sold out $1,000. Parsons Cattle, Broken Bow, Oklahoma, USA World. Thank you.
Number 61 on the list, a Berkshire hog from the Haskell FFA, Isabella Clay.
All right, and how about down here, there, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, everybody get 500, 500, 500, 500, 5, 5, 6, hit 500, 6, 7, everybody get 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 6, 7, 8, everybody 8, 9, everybody get 9, everybody get 9, 9, 9, everybody 9 to beat, 9, 9, everybody get 9 here, there, 9 to beat, 9, everybody 8, 9, everybody get 9, everybody 9 to beat, 9, 9, here, everybody get 9, everybody 800, everybody 8, 15, everybody get 8, everybody get 8, everybody get all in, everybody get all done, everybody 800, everybody get 15, so $800 going to be Tulsa Stockyards, Joe Doneves, thank you, $800.
62 on the list from the Warner FFA, Cali Good.
Cali Good. Did a good job. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody get 5. Everybody get 5 here. 3. Everybody get 5. 5. 6, 6, 600. Hit 5, 6, and 6, 6, 600. 7. Everybody get 7, 7, 7. Get 7, 7, 7, 7, 8. Everybody 9. Hit Curry. Get 9 here. there. 9 to bid. Curry. You're going to be 9. Everybody get 9 here. 3. Everybody get 9, 9, 9. Now $1,000 bill. Here with 1,000. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1,000 bill. 11. Hit 11. 11 here. there. 11. 12. 12 here. 12 there. 12. 12. 11. 12. Hit 12. 12 here. 12 here. 12, 12, 12. Thank you, sir. Come on in. You'll like the water. $1,200. 11, 12, 12, 12 here. 12 here. 12, 12, 11 and a half, sir. 11, 15. 11, 11 and a half here. 11 here. 11 and a half. 11 and a half. $1,150. 11 and a half. Give in. I have 1150. 1150. But give in. I sold out $1,100. James Hodge, Ford, Muskogee. Thank you, Jack Hodge.
Gonna go to 63 on the list with a York hog from the Oklahoma 4-H, Gracie Watson.
All right, Gracie, down, how many down here, there, everybody get 2, everybody get 3, everybody get 4, everybody get 5, everybody get 5 here, 5, 3, 4, everybody get 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, everybody get 4, everybody get 4 and a half here, there, everybody get 4, 15, everybody get 4, everybody get 4 and a half, 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 everybody get 4, everybody get 4 and a half here, there, everybody get 5, everybody get 5, 5, 5, get up 5, 15, everybody get 5, everybody get 5 and a half, 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 everybody get 5, 15, everybody get 550, everybody get 6, 6, everybody get 600, everybody get 6, 6, not 50, everybody get 6 half, hit 650, everybody get 50, everybody get 50, everybody get 50, everybody get 50, everybody get 600, 50, everybody get 7, everybody get 7, 7, everybody get 7, 7, get 7, hit 7 to be, 7 to 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, everybody get 7, 7, 7, now half, hit 7 half, everybody get 700, get 7 half, everybody get 7 half, everybody get 750, everybody get 750, now everybody get 7 half, 8, hit 750 is a bit, 8 to him, 8 to mom, 8, everybody get 8, everybody get 800, everybody get 7 half, everybody get 8, everybody get 7 half, 8, everybody get 9, sold out 750. Avery Fricks, the Boat Doctor, and Brent's Heat and Air. Prince, like Prince Charming, only Prince Heat and Air. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Avery Fricks.
4-H Audrey Cooper.
All right, Audrey, here we go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get 5, 1, 5 here, 5, 3, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, but I get 7, but I get 7, 7, 7, but I get 8, but I get 800, 9. Here, but I'm 8, 9, but I get 1,000 bill, but 1,000, 1, 1, 1, 1, 11, but 1, 11 here, there, 1,100. Hit 12, but 12, but 12 here, 12 there, 12, but 12, 12, 12, 11, 12. I'm standing tall on a 1550. All Red Glass Company, thank you. All Red Glass Company, thank you.
Also, if you left a phone, we have a phone that has been turned in.
7 here to buy 7, but 7, 7. Now 8, but 1, 8, 8, 8. Now 9. Him 9, but 1, 9 here, there, but 9, 9, 9, but 9, but 9, 9, 9, 9, but 8, 9, 850, young man. 850. I'll get more if you'll help me. Come on in. 850, but 1, $850, but 1, 9, but 8, but 1, 850. Okay, help yourself. 800, 850, but 1, 3, but 1, 8, but 8, but all in, all done. 800, 850. Who said right here, 800, 811 here, but 11 to be able to 1,011. Able to 1,011, able to step up here and pay attention to your business now. 1,011. Able to 1,011, able to 1,011 here, there, 11, able to 1,011, able to 1,011, able to 1 all in, all done, able to 1,011. Hit thousands a bit, $1,100 bill, able to 11, able to 1,011 here, there, 11, able to give all in, able to give all in, able to 11, able to 15, 1,600, 15, 16 a bit, 16, 16, 16, 16 a bit, 16 to 15, 16, all in, all done. Able to 15, 16 a bit, 16 to 1, able to give all in, able to give all done, 15, $1,600 bill, 15, 16. Sold $1,500. James Hodge Dodge. Thank you, Jack Hodge. And it'd be a great time to put a Dodge in your garage during the rodeo day sale. Thank you, Jack Hodge. I really don't know if they have a rodeo day sale or not, but it's a commercial. They're going to have one starting Monday, right?
Another steer coming in from the Muldrow 4-H, Jolie Goodman.
All right, Jolie, how about down here, there, 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get 5, but I get 5, but I get 5 here, 5, 3, 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 5. Hit 4, but I get 5, but I get 5, but I get 5, 6, 6, 6, but I get 500, $600, but I get 500, 5 and a half. Hit 500, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 500, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 5 and a half, $600. Hit 5 and a half, but I get 6, 6, 6, but I get 6 a bit, 6 of them, but I get $600, but I'm the Jerry saying, but I get 5 and a half, 6. Hit 5 and a half, but I get 6, 6, 6, but I get 6 a bit, 6 of them, but I get all in, but I get all done. Last and final call. Hit 5 and a half, but I get 6, 6, 6, but I get I have sold out. 550.
Oval Ward's grandson is going right back over here. Mr. Voss, if you would, Pawpaw will come and get him. Good.
Crimson Steel Supply. Thank you, Crimson Steel Supply.
Number 70 on the list. The registered Angus heifer, G.T. Fenton.
Youngster from Stigler. Looks like he's the vice president of his chapter and doing a fine job. And how about it on here? Here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get 5, but I get 5, but I get 5, but I get 6, 6, 6, but I get $600, but I get 5, 6. Hit 5, but I get 6, 6, 6, but I get 600, but I get 500, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 5 and a half. Here, but I get 500, but I get 5 and a half. Hit 5 and a half, but I get 6, 6, 6, but I get $600, but I get 1, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 6, but I get 7. Hit 7, but I get 7, 7, 7, but I get 7 here to buy 7, but I get 7 half, but I get 7 half, but I get 7 half. Hit 7 half, here, but 1 day, but I get 8, 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 but I get 7 half, but 8. Here to get 7 half, but I get 1 day, but I get all in, done, get to the last and final call. Thanks what you did do again, sir. Hit 7 half, 8, but I get 9. Sold out your way, Carl, 750. Golf Construction, thank you, Golf Construction. All right, we're going to move on to a registered Hereford heifer from the Fort Gibson FFA, Jaden Elam.
Settlement here, settlement where? What do you give? 300 here, 300 where? A little bit 300, I'll do 3 and a half, I do 4 and a half, 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 now 500 a bid, 500 to 500, 500 and a half, 5 and a half, 600 bid, 600 divided by 600. It'll be 6, 6, 6, that'll be 6. Me and you, 5 and a half, you gotta be 600. Gotta be 600, it'll be 600, it'll be 600 and a half. 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 700 bid, 700 divided by 700. 6 and a half bid, 700 divided by 700. That'll be 700, it'll be 700, it'll be 700. So let $650. Direct traffic, ladies and gentlemen, direct traffic.
All right, we're getting ready to go to a registered main heifer from the Keys FFA, Erica Ward. And as Erica's making it into the sale ring, how's the sound for everybody? Is the sound good? It's not very good? The sound's good? Here's where I'm going with this, okay? This gentleman standing to my left is responsible for all the sound in spending every day this week and most of last week out here on the announcer's stand. Pay him off. Rowdy, thank you for making us sound good.
Thank you, Mr. Emil. What do you give? 300 here, 300 where? It'll be 300 on bid, 3 to bid, 3 divided by 300 and a half, that'll be 3 and a half, that'll be 3 and a half, 350 to bid, 350 divided by 3 and a half, 300 to bid, 350 divided by 3 and a half, 3 and a half, that'll be 3 and a half to bid, 4 divided by 4 and a half, 4 and a half, that'll be 4 and a half, 5, that'll be 5, 5, that'll be 5, so that $450. James Hodge Chevrolet, thank you. Muskogee, Oklahoma.
All right, here we go. Let's go with a registered Simmental heifer from the Shakota 4-H, and this is Eli Patterson.
On a good heifer right there. 300 here, 300 where? It'll be 3 to bid, 3 divided by 3, half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 5 bid, 5 and a half divided by 600 to bid, 6 and a half divided by 6 and a half. 6 and a half, do 6 and a half, that'll be 6 and a half, 6 and a half. Ducking with you at 6, be 6 and a half. That'll be 6 and a half, that'll be 6 and a half. 6 bid, 6 and a half, now 7, now half. 7 and a half, that'll be 7 and a half, that'll be 7 and a half. It'll be 7 and a half, it'll be 7 and a half, and it'll be 7 and a half. Doug, I'm still with you at 7, be 7 and a half. 7 and a half, do 7 and a half. All in all done, 7 and a half. 7 and a half, sold it $700. Oklahoma Ag Credit. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for everything you do.
All right, with the commercial heifer from the Porter FFA, it's Tracy Kreiner and the Kreiner family. There's Cash with a basket of goodies, and Addie's running around here with a handful of goodies as well, and here we go.
300 here, 300 where? It'll be 300 to bid, 300 to buy, 4 and a half, now 5 to bid, 5 and a half to buy, now 600 to bid, 6 and a half to buy, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 7 to bid, 7 to buy, 7 and a half, 800 to bid, 9 and a half to bid, 9 to buy, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, 1,000 to bid, 1,000 to buy, 1,000, that'll be 1,000, that'll be 1,000, that'll be 1,000. 950s with Ira, 1,000 now, 1,100 to bid, 1,100 to buy, 11, 11 now, 12 to bid, 12 to buy, 12, 12, 13, 13, that'll be 13, that'll be 13, 13, that'll be 13, 14, 14, 15, that'll be 15, that'll be 15, that'll be 15, 1,400 to bid, 1,500 to buy, 15, that'll be 15, that'll be 15, that'll be 15, anybody bid 15, 14 and a half and 1,500, bid 15, now half, 15 and a half, that'll be 15 and a half, that'll be 15 and a half, you can't do a half one time, 15 and a half, 15 and a half, that'll be 15 and a half, that'll be 15 and a half, thank you for what you did, sold it $1,500. Roy's Chicken and James Hodge Ford, thank you, Roy's Chicken and James Hodge Ford.
And Tracy's also the reporter of his chapter as well. Let's move on to a commercial heifer from the Porham 4-H, and this is Waylon Dishman.
300 here, 300 where? It'll be 3 to bid, 3 and a half to bid, 4 to bid, 4 to buy, 4 half, it'll be 4 and a half, 5, it'll be 5, it'll be 5, it'll be 5, it'll be 5 and a half, it'll be 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 6 now, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half. I'm over with Jeff, 6 and a half, 7 a bid, 7 to buy, new man, 7 a bid, 7 to buy, half, now 8 to bid, now half, 8 and a half, dollar bid, 8 and a half, half, dollar bid, 8 and a half, 8 and a half in the bid, 9 to buy, bid, 9, 9, now half, dollar bid, 9 and a half, head of bid, 9 and a half, $1,000 bill, head of bid, $1,000, dollar bid, 1,000 and a half, 1,000 and a half, half, 1,000 and a half, 10, 50, 1,000, 50, head of bid, 10, 50, 1,000, 50, dollar bid, 10, 50, 1,000 and a half, half, dollar bid, 10, 50, sold it, $1,000 bill, James Hodge Ford, that is.
Now we're going to move on to the goats, and let's bring on a market goat from the Cherokee County 4-H. I'm going to be Chloe Silka.
Oh, look at here, 300 here, 300 here, it'll be 3, dollar bid, 3 and a half, 3 and a half bid, 3 and a half to buy, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, money straight away, 3 and a half, now 400 to bid, 400 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, dollar bid, 4 and a half, little bit 4 and a half, little bit 4 and a half, dollar bid, 4 and a half, little bit 4 and a half, get on, 4 and a half, 400 here, 4 and a half, where get 4 and a half, sold it, $400, Tulsa Stockyards, and Mr. Joe Don Eves.
Let's bring you another market goat from the Cherokee County 4-H, and this is Blaine Silka.
Looky here at the helper. What do you give? Let's sell the helper and the goat. What do you give? 1,000, 2, 3, 4,000, 5,000. All right, let's sell the goat. 300 here, 300 where? It'll be 3 and a half. It'll be 3 and a half. 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half.
Rowdy.
Yes, sir.
One thing I'd like to, Blaine, let me tell you something, young man. As you grow through life, it's important to take advantage of every opportunity to maximize your profits, okay? So what I want you to do is hand that goat to that young man right there, and you take the candy, you give the goat to that young man. Now you're going to maximize your profits. Take off.
Here we go. 300 here, 3 and a half, 3 and a half bid, 4 to buy, 4, $4 bid, 4 and a half, bid, 5 to buy, 5, I got him at 4 and a half bid, 5 to buy, 5, and Carl are together, 4 and a half bid, 5 to buy, 5, sold it $450, Tulsa Stockyards.
Good job, guys. Great job. All right, here we go. Let's move on to a Suffolk Lamb, reserve breed Suffolk, that is, from the Bakes FFA. Going to be DJ Harrelson.
300 bid, 4 to buy, 4, $100 bid, 4, $4, head of bid, 300. Let's go. 300 here, 300 where? Head of bid, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 4 bid, 4 to buy, 4, $4, $4, $4, $4, head of bid, 4, head of bid, 4, head of bid, 4, $4, $4, $4, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 450 now, 5 to bid, 5 to buy, 5, 450 to bid, 500 to buy, 500, put it at 500, sold it $450. Bags, 4-H and FFA Booster Club. Bags, 4-H and FFA Booster Club.
Oh, you bet. Here's a young lady does a great job, and she's got a breed champion natural lamb from the Haskell 4-H, and it's Elena Gonzalez.
400 here, 400 where? Hit a bit, $4, $4, $4, $4, 3, let's go. Hit a bit, 3 here, 3 there, half now, 4 to bid, 4 to buy, $4, $4, $4, $4, now, half, 4 and a half, hit a bit, 4 and a half now, 5 to bid, 5 to buy, 5, 450 to bid, 500 to buy, 500, hit a bit, $5, 5, get on, 5, sold it $450. James Hodge Ford. Thank you.
All right, here we go. Let's go on to a cross lamb from the Oklahoma 4-H in Aurora Madewell.
400 here, 4 and a half to buy, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half to buy, 4 and a half, 4 and a half now, 5 to bid, 5 to buy, 5, $5, $5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 6 600 to bid, 600 to buy by 600, 550 to bid, 600 to buy by 600 to bid, 600 to buy now half, 6 and a half, half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 700 to bid, 700 to buy by 7 and a half, half, 7 and a half, do 750, 800 to bid, 800 to buy by 800, 800 to bid, 800 to buy by 800, 800 and a half, 850, do 850. Now 900 to bid, 900 to buy by 900. Now 9 and a half, half, $9 and a half, $1,000 bill, $80 $1,000, $1,000 $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $950 to bid, $1,000 to buy by 9,000, $950,000. Sold it $950. Crimson Steel Company, Mr. Dustin Wright, doing the bidding. Thank you, Dustin Wright, owner of Crimson Steel.
All right, let's go to a cross hog from the Keys. FFA going to be Braden Patrick.
On a good cross hog right there, 300 here, 300 where hit a bit, 3 and a half, half, 3 and a half to bid, 3 and a half to buy, 3 and a half, half, 3 and a half, bid, 3 and a half, 350 now, 350 where hit a bit, 350, 350 now, 400 to bid, 400 to buy, $4 bid, $4 bid, $4. Since you finally run jury off, we'll take your bid. 4 to bid, 4 to buy, $4 bid, $4 bid, $4. Anybody bid 4? 350 to bid, 400 to buy, $400. Sold it $350. Sooner Surplus, ladies and gentlemen, Sooner Surplus, Mr. Inhofe.
Let's go to another cross hog from the Morris. FFA going to be J.C. Arnold.
300 here, 300 where it be 3, now half, had a bid, 4 and a half, half, $4 and a half, had a bid, 5 to 5 to 5 and a half, half, 600 here, 600 where it be 600, hit be 6, $6, money's with Jeff at 550, gotta be 600, 550 to bid, 600 to buy bid 6, $6, little bit 6, anybody bid 6, 5 and a half bid 6, 5 and a half bid 6, sold it your way, Jeff, $550. Atwell Hay Farm for all your hay needs. Remember, out west of town, Atwell Hay Farms.
Let's go to a Hampshire hog from the Fort Gibson FFA. Going to be Colby Martin.
Mr. Arlen Emmel, I believe it is his senior year. Is that correct, Mr. Colby Martin?
Yep.
His senior year. He's grown up right here at the Muskogee Regional Junior Livestock Show. Let's send him out with a bang here. 500 here, 500 where hit a bit 5 now, 600 to bid, 600 to buy, 600 hit a bit 6, hit a bit 6 now, 7 to bid, 800 to buy, bid 8 now, 900 to bid, 900 to buy, bid 9 and $9, bid 9, bid 9, $9, bid 9. I'm with Doug, gotta be 9. Now 1,000. I took him at 9 to bid 1,000 to buy, bid 1,000, $1,000, bid 1,000, 900 to bid, 1,000 to buy, bid 1,000, $1,000, bid 1,000, hit a bit 1,000, 900 to Doug, 1,000 to buy, bid 1,000, hit a bit $1,000 bill, hit a bit $1,000, bid 1,000, anybody bid 1,000, anybody bid $1,000 bill. Sold it $900. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would give Mr. Colby Martin a great big round of applause as his senior year. Keith's Hardware and Armstrong Bank.
All right, let's move on to a Hampshire hog from the Fort Gibson FFA and Caden Cooper.
Caden Cooper here, 300 here, 300 where hit a bit 3, half, 4 now, half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 5 to 4 and a half, half, 4 and a half, not a bit 4 and a half, 500 to bid, now half, 600 to bid, 600 to buy, now half, got to be 6 and a half, half, 7 to bid, 7 to buy, 7, 8, half, 8, $8, bid 8, half, 8 and a half, 9, now half, 9 and a half, half, 9 and a half, $1,000 bill, hit a bit $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, 950 with a $1,000 bill, 1,000, now 1,050, 1,050, 1050 to bid, 1050 to buy, 1,100 in the back, stand strong at 1,100, 1050, 1,100 here, 1,100 where, dollar bit 1,100, head bit 1,100, 1050, thank you for what you did do, sold it $1,050, 1,050. Direct Traffic, ladies and gentlemen, give them a great big round of applause. Direct Traffic.
All right, let's move on to a Berkshire hog from the Roland 4H and Blair Caldwell.
Blair Caldwell, 300 here, 300 where, head to be 3, $3, $3, $3, $3, $3, $3, $3, $300 here, $300 there. Ladies and gentlemen, look hard. You may not be able to see her over the panel. We're selling this young lady right here, 300 and a half. It'll be 3 and a half, half, 3 and a half to bid, 3 and a half to buy bid, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, half, it'll be 3 and a half to bid, 400 to buy bid, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4 bid, 4 and a half. Now 5, it'll be 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. I'm with you at 4 and a half bid, 5 to buy bid, 5. Sold it $450. All Red Glass Company, thank you. $450.
Let's move on to a Yorkshire hog from the Roland 4-H and Blaine Caldwell.
Oh, we're staying with the Caldwell family. Look at here, 300 here, 300 way, 3, half, 3 and a half to be, 3 and a half to buy, $4, $4, $4, $4, now half, $4 and a half, bid, 4 and a half, $4 and a half, half, $4 and a half, $4 and a half, half, $4 and a half, 4 to bid, 4 and a half to buy, $4 and a half, $4 and a half, $4 and a half, half, $4 and a half. Sold it your way, Jeff, $400. Bumpers Construction Stigler, Oklahoma. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Bumpers Construction.
Let's go to a Duroc hog from the Sequoia County 4-H. I'm going to be Tyrell Stegner.
We're going to go with 300 here, 300 here on the hog, 300 here, 300 where, that'll be 3 and a half, half, 3 and a half, it'll be 3 and a half now, 400 to bid, 400 to buy bid, 400, 350, 400, 350, 400 bid, 400 to buy bid, 4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $350. Oklahoma Ag Credit. Thank you, Mr. Jason, doing the buying. Oklahoma Ag Credit.
All right, let's move on to a Duroc hog from the Morris FFA. Going to be Briley King.
Oh, what do you give? 300 here, 300 where? It'll be $3 and a half, bid, $4 to $5, $4 to $4, $4 and a half, 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 $4 and half, 4 to bid, 450 divided by 4 and a half, a little bit 4 and a half. Now 500 to bid, 500 divided by 5 and a half, 5 and a half, bid 5 and a half, 5 and a half, bid 5 and a half, 5 half, 600 to bid, 600 divided by 600. Now half, 6 and a half, half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, anybody bid 6 and a half, 600 to bid, 650 divided by 6 and a half. Sold it $600. Armstrong Bank, Muskogee. Thank you, Armstrong Bank of Muskogee.
Let's go with the spot hog from the Haskell FFA. Gonna be Madison Rickner.
400 here, 400 where it had been 4 and a half, half, had been 4 and a half, it had been 4 and a half, 400 here, 450 where it had been 4 and a half, half, had been 4 and a half, 400 here, money's up here, 4 and a half, now 500 to bid, 500 divided by 5 and a half, half, had over 5 and a half, 5 and a half to 5 and a half, half, had over 5 and a half, 5 and a half, half, had over 5 and a half, half, had over 5 and a half. Jeff, I got you at 500. You good at 500 to bid? 500 divide? Sorry. 450. It'll be 5. 450. It'll be 450 now. 500 to bid. 500 divided by 500 to bid. 500 divided by 500 to 500 to 500 to 5. It'll be 5. It'll be 5. Sold at $450. Tulsa Stockyards and Mr. Joe Don Eves of the Tulsa Stockyards. Oh, we're turning those pages. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to go by and get you a raffle ticket. We're giving 2 halves of beef. And speaking of beef, look at the meat on that hoof.
Ooh, the meat wagon. Here we go with a steer from the Shakota 4-H, and it's Jaden McPeak.
Oh, what do we give? 500 here, 500 where it'll be 5 now, 600 to bid, 600 to 5 600 now, 7 to bid, 7 to 5 7 to bid, 8 now, 9 to bid, now 1,000 to bid, 1,000 to bid, 1,100 to bid, 12 to 5 12, 12, 13, 14, 15 now, 16, 17, 18, 19, 2,000, 2021, 21 now, 2, 2, 2, 22, 3, 3, 3, 24, 4, 4, 25, 5, 25, 26 now, 27 now, 28, 28, 28, huh? 26 now, 7 to bid, 7 to 5 at 27, 7 up at 27, 26 to bid, 27 to 5 at 27, 26, 27, 26, 27. She's gonna make one more lap with this big sucker right here, 26, 27, 26, 27. Ladies and gentlemen, I've sold it. How about a great big round of applause for Jade McPeak. People's Bank, Tulsa Stockyards, and In-Hoff Land and Cattle, $2,600. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. 91 on the list, ladies and gentlemen. We're staying over here to my left with a lot of beef on the hoof. Don't forget, go by and get you a raffle ticket. Miss Shelley of the Oklahoma Farm Bureau, right back in the corner. It's not going to be very long. We're going to give away 2 halves of beef. Thank you to Dr. Mike Boss and White's Meat Processing. Beef, it's what's in the ring. 91, Caden Connor, co-ed of 4-H.
And a nice steer it is. You bet. How about it on here? There now. But 1, 2, 3, 4. But I get 500 on him. Hit 4. But I get 5. But a bit 5 here. 5 there. 5. But a bit 5. 5. 5. But a bit 5. 5. 5. But I get 4. But I get 5 here. 5 there. 5. Hit 4. But I get 5. But I get 5 here. 5 there. But I get 4 and a half. 5. 500. But I get 5 and a half. But I get 5 and a half. 600. Hit 6 and 600 half. But a bit 7. 7. 7. 7 and a half. Hey. But I'm 8. But I'm 8. 8. 8. Hit 7 and a half. Hey. But I'm 8. 8. 8. Now 9. But I'm 9 here. There. 9. Hit to give 8. 9. But I'm 9. 9. 9. But I give 8. 9. But I give 850. 800 is a bid. 50 to buy. But I'm 50. But I'm 900. But I'm 9 here. There. But I get 9 to bid. 9 to 9. Hit to give 8. Get to be 900. Get to be 9 to bid. 9 to 9 here. There. But I'm 9 to bid. $900. Hit now 50. But I'm $50. But I'm now. But I give 50. But I give 50. But I give 900. 9 and a half. But I give all in. All done. 950. 900 here to buy. Get up a $50 bill. But I'm now. But I give 8. But I give 950. But I give 9. Sold out. $900. Armstrong Bank, Wagner, and thank you, Wade Russell. Thank you.
We're staying with the beef to my left, coming in 92 on the list from the Midway FFA, a registered Simmental heifer, Riley Skiles.
All right, got the glitter going on there, dude. How about it on here, there? How about 1, 2, 3, 4? But I get 5 on a bit, 5 on a bun, but I get 5 here, 5 there, 500, 5 and a half. It's $600, 50. But I get 7, but I get 7, 7, 7, but I get 7 a bit, 7 on 7. But I get 7 and a half, but I get 7, but I get 7 and a half, but I get 7 and a half. Camo hats in 7 and a half. It's 7, but I get 7 and a half, but I get 7 and a half, but I get 7, but I get 7 and a half here to buy. Get up a $50, but I get 750. But I get 700, but I get 50, but I'm $50, but I'm now, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 700, 7 and a half, but I get 7 and a half, 750. 700, 750, but I get 7 and a half. Does the committee want to bid? Jeff, does the committee want to bid? 750, but I'm $50, but I'm not get 7, but I get 7 and a half, but I get 7 and a half. Sold $700. Armstrong Bank, Shakota. Thank you, Armstrong Bank, Shakota.
93 on the list from the Weber Falls FFA with a commercial heifer. Haley Cato.
All right, Haley, how about it on here, there, but 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get 5 on a bid, 5 on a bum, $600 bill to bum now, 7, 7, 7, 7, 6, 7, 607, but I get 7, 7, 8, but I get 8, 8, 8, but I get $900 bill to bum, 9, 9, but I get 8 time, you had to give 8, 9, 9, but $1,000 bill to bum now, 1, 1, 1, 1, but 1, but 1, but 1, but 1, you had to get 900 to be, 1,000 to buy, but 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, but 1, but 1, but 1,000. Now 11, but 11, 11 here, there, 1100, 12, 12, 11, 12, 12 here, 12 there, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 11, 12, 11, 7, but I get 12, 12 here, 13, 13, but I get 13, 1400, $100, but I'm 14, hit 13, but I get 14, 1400, $100, but I'm now get 14, 14, 13, 14. Are they all in? But I give all done, 14, 14, but 14, want to try it one time, 13, 14. If you want to give more, 13, 14, 13, 14. We'll help you out if you'd like to, 13, 14, I'm going to give 14. Thanks what you did do, 13, 14, sold it, $1,300. Georgia Pacific, and thank you. Georgia Pacific, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this young lady right here has blessed us by singing a national anthem several mornings throughout the livestock show. She didn't send in an audition tape and they asked her to come to the state tournament and sing. She declined it to be right here tonight. Please make welcome from the Forum FFA, Samantha Pierce.
All righty, how many down here? There, you better get $2,000. Where you better get $2, you better get $7, down to 100, 203, you better get $4, you better get $500, build a 5. Hit 5, but 600, 7, 7, 7, 7, you better get $1, day, you better get 900,000. Hit $1,000, 1, then 1, but 1, but 1, but 1,000, 11, 8, 11, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 1,200, 11, 12, 1100, 12, 12 here, 12 here, but get 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 11, 12, 11 and a half, 1150, but 50, but get 12, 12 here, 12 there, 1200, but 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 1200, but get 12 and a half, but 1200, but get 50, but I'm not again, but 1200, 1250, 1200, 1250, but get die. Sold out 1200, going to be Tulsa Stockyards and Joe Donnie's, and thank you.
Going to trade sides of the auction block here. We're going to 95 on the list from the Fort Gibson 4-H. It is a market goat, and it is Shelby Gifford.
All right, Shelby, and here we go. Now, but 1, 2, 3, 4. But get 5 out of 8, 5 out of 1. But get 5 out of 600 bill 7. But get 7, 7, 7, 7, 607 here. There's 650. It's 650. But $50 bill now. But get 50. 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 But get $50 bill now. To get 615. 650. But get 7. But get 7 of 8. 7 of 1. But get 7, 7, 7. But get 7 here to buy 7. But get 7, 7. It's 6 out of 7. But get 7 of 8. 7 of 1. But get 7. But get 7 of 8. 7 of 1. But get all in. All done. 6 out of 7. 6 and a half out of 7. But get die half. Sold out $650. Keith Hardware, Fort Gibson, Oklahoma, right on the corner, right on the prize. Thank you.
96 on the list from the Eufaula FFA with a market goat, Sydney Fitzer. And she is a senior, Mr. Arlen Emmels. She's a senior.
All right, Sydney, here we go. Better get $1,500 where? Better get 15, but about 15, 15, 50, better get 100, better get 200, 300, 4, better get 5 here, 5 there, you better get 5, better get $600 bill 7. Yeah, 600, 7, better get 7, 7, 7, 7, get up to 7, 7, better get 8, better get 8, day, better get 8, 900, better 9, better get 8, better 1, 9, 9, better get 8, 9, better 1, 9, 9, better get 8, 900,000, yeah, better $1,000, yeah, better 1, 1, 1, better 900, better get 1,000. And now 1100. Had to get 1,011. But 1,011. But 1,011. Had to get 1,011. We would 1,011 here. There 11, 12. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 11, 12. 11, 12. 12 here. 12 there. But get 12. 12, 12, 12, 12, 11, 12 here. 12 there. 11, 12. All him. Had to get all done. 1100. 12. 12, 12 here. Y'all pool your money. We'll get twice as much. 11, 12. 11, 12. 12 here. 12 there. 1100. 11 half. All him. Gonna give all done. 11, 15. 1100. You better get $50. But I'm not gonna give you. But I'm not gonna give you. But I have sold your way. $1,100. Atwell Welding, Eufaula, Oklahoma. Atwood Welding, Eufaula. Thank you. Atwood Welding, Eufaula. Thank you.
It's 97 Wagner Country Clovers 4-H Reserve Breed Natural Lamb, Randy Bolton.
All right, Randy, here we go. Now, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Better get 5 out of 8, 5 out of 1. Better get 5 here, 5 there. Better get 5 out of 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Better get 4. Better get 5 out of 5 here, 5 there. Better get 4. Better get 4 and a half. 400, 415. Better get $450 bill. I'm not 50. Better get 50. Better get 5, 5, 5, 5. Better get 5, 5, 5, 50. Better get 500, 5 and a half. Better get 500. Better get 5 and a half. Better get 5 and a half. Better get 500. Better get 5 here. Better get $50. Better get 500, 5 and a half. $600. It's 6 here, 6 here, 50. We have $150. 650. 6 and a half here. Better get 600. Better get 50. Better get 50. Better get 50. Better get 50. Better get $50. 600, 615. 600. Better get 50 to bid. 50 to give all them. Then gonna be all done. Better get 600 here to buy. Get 50. Better get $50. Sold out. And right back there, gonna be $600. RCB Bank. Thank you, RCB.
98 on the list from the high school FFA Cross Lamb, Delaney Clay.
Oh, another young lady does a fine job at a show ring, getting them ready to. How many down here? They're able to get $1,500. Okay, 506. Hit 5 out of it, 66. You're going to get $600. Be able to 5 here. You're going to get 500. You're going to get 5 and a half. You're going to get 5 and a half. Hit 500. You're going to get $50. You're going to get 50. You're going to get 500. You're going to get 5 and a half. You're going to get 5 and a half. $600. Be able to get 600. Hit 5 and a half. You're going to get 6. And 66. You're going to get 6 of it. 6 of them. You're going to get $600. Be able to get 66. 5 and a half. 600 now. Hit 5 and a half. You're going to get 6. And 66. You're all in. You're going to get all done. You're going to get 5 and a half. You're going to get 60. You're going to get 600. You're going to get half. 5 and a half out of it, 6, and I sold it your way. I'm going to get 550. Going to be American Bank. Thanks, Gabe. Appreciate you. $550.
99 with the AOB South Down Lamb from the Biggs FFA Wendell Harrelson.
All right, window in. How many down here? Three, but 1, 2, 3, but 4, but 5, but 5, 3, 5, 3, but 5, but 5, 5, 5, 5, but 1, 5, 5, 5, but 4, 5. Hit 4, but 5, but 5, but 1, but 450 $, but 150, but 5, but 5 here, 5, 3, 5, but 5, 5, 5, 5, but 4 and a half, 5. Hit 450, but 5, but 5, but 5, 30, but 500, but 5 and a half, but 5 and a half, but 550 down to be able to 550. Hit 500, but 50 to bid and 50 down, but 50, but 50, but 50, but 500, but 5 and a half, all in, all done, 550. 500, 550, here, but give in a half. Sold your way, Jeff, 500. Beggs 4-H and FFA Livestock Booster Club, thank you.
We're on number 100 on the list. A cross hog from the Shakota 4-H, Macy Britt.
All right, Macy, here we go. Now, but 1, 2, 3, 4, but get $500, but 1 time. Hit 4, but get 5, but 5, 5, 5, but 5, 5, 5, but 5, 5, but 5 here, but get 5, 3, but get 5, but 5, 5, but 5, 5, hit 500, but get 5, 5, 5, but get 450, but get 450, hit get 4, but get 400, but get $50, but 150, but get 400, but get 4 and a half here, there, but get 50, hit get 4, but get 4 and a half. Come on now, but get 400. Okay, have it your way, 350, not 4. Hit 350, but get 4, but get 4, 4, 4, but 4, jump in, help around, not 450. Hit 4, but get 450, but 50, but 400, but get 4 and a half here, there. I'll say your name twice. Come on, 50, 5. Hit 5, but get 5 here, 5, 3, 5, but 5, 5, 5, 5, but 5, 5, 4 and a half, 5. Hit 450, but get 5 here, 5, 3, but 5, 5, 5, but 5 here, 5, 3. All in, all done. Last call, 500. Hit 4 and a half, but 5 here, but give 5, 3, but get 4 and a half, but 5. Sold $450. He wasn't in, but he can be. Did you think you were in? Yeah. KW Cattle Company. Thank you, KW Cattle Company. I didn't know who you had, or I'd have saved you the walk, Jeff. Sorry about that. KW Cattle Company.
101, Emily Cantwell from the Oklahoma FFA. With a cross hog.
Hey, take it here. Yeah, but 1, 2, 3, 4. But get $500. But 1, get 5, but 5, 5, 5, but 5, 5, but get 5, 5, but 6 here. But get 5 and a half. Now 6 here. But 600. Doug, gonna be 6. And now have it. 600 here. Divine, get about 59. But 600, 615. 650. But $50. But 600. But get $50. But 650. But get 7. But get 7, 7, 7. Get about 7 here. 7 and a half. Hit 7. But get 7 and a half. But 7 and a half. But $750 bill. 7. But get 7. But 8. But 850. 800. 850. But 8. But get 8 and a half. Jeffy, gonna be 850. But get 8. But get 8 and a half. 800. 815. But get 8. But get 8 and a half. But get all them. All done. Doug's man's in here. But get 8. But get 8. But get all them. All done. But get 50. 800. 850. So $800. Is that direct traffic control? Thank you, sir.
$102 from the Forum FFA with a Hampshire hog, Zabry Pound.
Oh, and another young lady doing a great job here, there. How many dum da, but 1, 2, 3, 4, but get 5, but 5, but 5 here, 5, 3, 5, but 5, 5, 5, but 5, 6 here, 6 here. Get 5, but 6, and 7, but get 7, 7, 7, get 7 here, 5, 7, but 1, day, 7, 8. Now I got Iron at 7, you get to be 8 to be 8 to month, then give it a month, day. Now 9, but 9 to be 9 to buy. And now $1,000 bill, have it $1,000, 1, but 1, but get 9 and a half. I'll help you out now. Hit 950, but 900, but get 50, but 150, but 150, but 900, but get 9 and a half. All him. Had to give all done, get it 900, but get $50, but 950, but give it 900, 950. So Ira's way, 900. Armstrong Bank Warner, thank you, Armstrong Bank Warner.
Going to stand in the hog division, Hampshire hog from the Fort Gibson 4-H, Cade Clayton.
All right, how about it? I'm going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get 5, but I get 5, but I get 5 here, but I get 5, 3, 5, but I get $600, but I get 500, 600, but I get 500, 5 and a half, but I get 5, but I get 550, but I get 500, but I get 50, 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 but I get 500, but I now 600, I have 600, now have, but I see way in the back, 650, say in the bright green shirt, 650, but I'm 50, but I'm 650, but I get all in, but I get all done, 650, 650, but I'm $50, he's out way in the back, come on in, sir, 650, but I get all in, but I get all done, get a 650, 650, had to give in, I have sold it $600. Keith's Hardware, Fort Gibson, thank you. Keith's Hardware, Fort Gibson.
104 with a Duroc hog from the Oklahoma FFA is Jake Michael Chambers.
Here we go. Jake Mike, here here we go. Get up 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody get 5 out of it, 5 out of 1, everybody get 5 out of it, 6 here, 6 here, everybody get $600. Build them on the 7, everybody get 7, 7, 7, 7, 6, 7, 8. $800. Everybody on the 8, 8, 8, 8. Everybody get 8, 8, 8. Everybody get 8, 8, 8. Everybody get 8 now, 900, 9 high. Everybody get 8, 9. Everybody get 9 to be 9 to bomb, 900. $1,000 bill. How about 1,000? Everybody get 900. I'll help you out at 50, young man. 950. Everybody get 900. 50. Everybody on 50. Everybody on 50. Everybody don't help me, help him, help yourself. 950. Everybody get 900. $50. Everybody on 50. Everybody get 50. Everybody get 50. Everybody get 50. Everybody get 900. 9 and a half. All in, all done. Thanks what you did do. 900, 950. Everybody give it die. Sold out. $900. Armstrong Bank Warner, Oklahoma. Armstrong Bank Warner.
Going to 105 on the list with a Duroc hog from the Porter 4H. It's Molly Buckmaster.
All right, Molly, here we go. Down to 1, 2, 3. Everybody get 4. Everybody get 5. Everybody get 5. Everybody 5 here. 5 there. 5. Everybody 5. 5. 5. 5. Everybody 5. 5. 5. Everybody 5. 5. 5. 5. Everybody get 600. Hit 5. Everybody 6. And 6 here. 6 here. Everybody get 6 here. 6 here. Everybody get 6 a bit. 6 of them. Everybody get 500. 600. Hit 5. Everybody 6. And 6 here. Give them 6 a bit. 6 of them. Now my lady's in and you're all out. In 506. Hit 5. Everybody 6. And 6. 500. 5 and a half. Everybody give them 500. Everybody get 5 and a half. Everybody get 5 and a half. Everybody get 500. 5 and a half. Hold him. Hit 5 and a half. Everybody 6 here. 6 here. Everybody get 6 a bit. 6 out. Young lady, I'll take your bid. 600. Now 50. Hit 6 and a half. Everybody 650. Everybody get 7. Everybody get 7 a bit. 7 to bomb 7. Hit $700. Everybody get 7 a bit. So raise your hand again. $700. Hit 6 7 7. Everybody get 7 a bit. 7 to bomb. Everybody get 7 7 7 7 here to buy. Another 7 a bit. 7 7. Hit 7 7 7. Everybody get 7 here. 7 there. You want it back in? 700. 6 7 a bit. 7. Everybody get 7 a bit. 7 to bomb. Everybody get all in. All done. 650. Everybody get 7. Everybody get dime. Sold out. 650. It's going to be Roy's Fried Chicken, Coweta, Oklahoma. Thank you.
106 on the list with the Duroc hog from the Weber Falls, the FFA Dalen Gerard. Jared.
Dalen Jared. You bet, Jim. How about it on here? There. 1, 2, 3, 4, $500. Build them on 5. Hit 4. Everybody get 5 out of it. 6 and 66. Everybody get $600. Build them on 607. Everybody get 7 7 7. Get to 7. Hit 7 of it. 7 of them. 7. Everybody get 7 7 7. 650. 6 and a half. Everybody $650. Build them on. Now to get 50. Everybody 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 get 7. Everybody get 7 7 7. Get to 7. Hit 7 and a half. Everybody 7 and a half. Everybody get $750. Build them on. Now to get 50. Everybody get 50. Everybody get 50. 7 and a half. 8. And day. Everybody on day. Everybody get 8. Everybody get 8. Everybody get 8. Everybody get 8. Everybody on day. Everybody get 8. Everybody get 8. Everybody get 8. Everybody get 8. Now 15. 850. Everybody on $50. Build them on. Now to get 50. Everybody get 50. Everybody on 850. 800's a bid. 50 to bid. 50 to bond. Everybody on 50. 50. 50. 50. Everybody get 8. Everybody get 8. Everybody get all in. All done. 859. Yep. 9 to bid. Everybody would have 9 9 9 9. Everybody 9 9 9. Everybody 9 9 8 half 9. Everybody get 50. Everybody get 9 here. There. Everybody get 9 to bid. 9 to bond 9. Everybody 9. Everybody 900. Everybody get 8 9. Thank you. Everybody get 8. Everybody 9. Everybody get 9. 850. Everybody get 9. So $850 going to be Armstrong Bank. Gore. Thank you.
Changing sides of the auctioneer block here, coming in to my left from the Porter 4H with a commercial heifer, it's Addie Kreiner.
All right, Addie. My favorite rodeo queen. All right, and down here, they have a $1,000 bill, 11 to bid, 11 1,011. Here, 1,011, $1,100 bill, 1,011 here, there, 11 to bid, 11 11 11 11 11 1,000, they all want to bid, 500, 600, 7, but get 7 7 7 6 7 8, and 8 9, but 9 9, but get $1,000 bill, 11, 11 here, there, 11 11 12, 12 12 12, had to get 13 13 to bid, 13 13 14, but get 15 15 to bid, 15 16 16 17, had to get 17, but get 17 17 16 17 17, but get 18 18 18, had to get 17, but get 18 18, but 18 18 18 17. Sir, if Secretariat were to spit the bit, he would not be famous. Come on now, 1750, one more time. Here now 18, but I'm on 18, 18, but I'm on 18. Thanks what you did do, but give 18, 18, but give 17, half 18. But I'm on 18, 18, but give 18, 18, 17, 50, but give 18, 18, but give 18, 18, but I'm on 18, all in, all done. 1800, but give 17, half, but give 18, and a half. Sold out 1750. All Red Glass Company, and thank you, sir, for being a good sport.
108 with a commercial heifer from the Forum, 4H, Quincy Pierce.
Oh, Quincy. Samantha, is this any kind of a relation? Your mini you. All right, here we go. Then how about it on here, there, now, but 1, 2, 3, 4, but get 5, $600. Hit 5 out of 6 and 7 would get 7, 7, 7, 7, get up 7, 7, 7 would get 7, 7, 7, 650. Hit 7 would get 7 here, 7 would get 7 half, would get 7 half, would get $750, would get 7 half. Hit 7 would get 7 half, 8 would get day, would get day, would get would get 7 half, 850. Had to give 850, would about 1500, would get 9, would get 9, 9, would have 9, 9, would give 8 half time. Had to 950, would have 9, would get 9 half, would have 950, would get $1,000 bill. Had to get 9 half, would have $1,000 bill. They want to be 1,000. Had to get $1,000 bill. 50, would get 10, 100, would get 10 half, would have 10 half, would get 10, 150, would have 10 half, would have 10, 50. Had to get 1,000, 50, 11, would have 11 here, 30, 11, would have 11, would have 11, would have 10 half, would have 11, would have give all the end, all done, 10 halves of it, that would have 5. 10, 50, 11, 11, 100, 10, 11, 11, give all them, 11, 12, 11, 12, 12, 12, 12, 11, 12, 11, 12, 11, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 13, 13, where do they want to go? 13, 13, hit 12, 13, 13, what about 13, 13, what about 1200, 13, 13, to be 13, to mom, 13, 13, had to get 1200, 13, 13, are they all in, are they all done, 13, 1200, 13, had to give in, I have 13. Sold out $1,200, and it's going to be Armstrong Bank, is that in Porham? Warner, that's what I said. Sounded like I said Porham, didn't it? Armstrong Bank, Warner, thank you.
109 on the list. We're staying in Porham. It's a Porham FFA with a commercial heifer. Alasia Barbie.
All right, Alasia, and a nice, look at that heifer she has there. Whoa, my, how many done here? There, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, would have 6, 8, 6, 8, would have 500, 6, 7, hit 600, 7, would have 7, 7, 7, get to 7, 7, 7, 7, would have 8, 8, 8, 8, would have 8, 8, 8, now 900, 1,000, that would have 1,000, 1,000, 11, would have 1,100, 12, would have 12, 12, 12, 11, 12, hit 12, would have 12, 12, 12, Jeff, would have Jeff, you get to 12, would have 12 here, 12 there, 11, 12, would have 12, 12, 12, 12, 11, 12, would have 12, 12, 12, 13, 13, 13, where are we going now? 13, 14, would have 14, 14, how far you want to go? 13, 14, hit 13, would have 14, 14, 13, would have 14, 14, 13, is that all? 13, 14, 13, would have 14, 14, all in, all done, 13, 14, and I have 13, 14. Sold it, $1,300, going to be Sooner Surplus. Thank you, Sooner Surplus. Thank you, Bill and Hall.
$110 on the list. We're on the goats. Tara Dillingham from the high school FFA.
Hey, Tara and her twin sister, Sarah. All right, here we go. Hey, how about it down here, there, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get 5 out of 8, 5 out of 1, but I get 5, 5, 5, but I get 6, 6, 6, but I get 500, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 5 and a half, 500, 5 and a half, hit 500, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 500, but I get $50, but I get $50, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 50, 550, but I get 500, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 500, 5 and a half, $600, but I get 600, hit 5 and a half, but I get 6, 6, 6, 6, but I get 6 to bid, 6 a month, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 6, 6, 6, all in, all done, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 6 to bid, but I get 6, 6, but a month, 5 and a half, but I get 6, I get into half, 5 and a half, 6. Sold out, 550. Bravado Wireless, thank you. Bravado Wireless, thank you. You want to get 550? All right, let's move on to a market goat from the Fort Gibson 4-H, and it's Mackenzie Abshire.
300 here, 300 where, it'll be 300 here, 3 and a half, it'll be 3 and a half, 3 and a half, now 400 bid, 400 about it, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 500 bid, 500 about it, 500 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 500 bid, 550 about it, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 600 bid, 600 about it, 600, 6, 6, 6, over 6, little bit 6, over 6, 6, 6, half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, Doug, I took him at 6, I already got to be 6 and a half. 6 and a half, do 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, and do 6 and a half, hit a bit of 6 and a half, 6 and a half, and a bit of 6 and a half. Sold it your way, $600. Keith's Hardware and American Bank of Oklahoma. Keith's Hardware and American Bank of Oklahoma, $600.
Oh, you bet. Let's go to the market goat from the Wagner FFA. Going to be Emily Morris.
300 here, 300 where, it'll be 3, 3, 3, double 3, double 3, half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 400 bid, 400 about 400, hit a bit 4, 4, double 4, double 4, half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 5, double 5, 5, hit a bit 5, double 5, double 5, double 5, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, do $550. Now 600, double bit 600, head bit 6, 6, 6, double 6, head bit 600, 550, 600, 550, 600, double bit 600, double bit 600, sold it your way, $550. RCB Bank, $550, RCB.
All right, here we go. Let's roll now. Going to be half lamb and Lowry 4 going to be Aiden Culver.
300 here, 300 where it'll be 3, 3, 3, double 3, half, 3 and a half, double 3 and a half, double 3 and a half, 3 and a half, do 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 400 bid, 400 about it, 400 bid, 400 about it, 400, head to 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 5 bid, 5 about it, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, Sold at $450. Bravado Wireless, $450.
You bet. Let's go to a half lamb from the Porter 4-H. It's going to be Mia Schaffler.
On the good lamb right there, here, 350 here, 400, where it had been 4, 4, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 5 and 6 and a half, 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 700, every 6 and a half, 700, every $7, $7, $7, $7, $7, 6 and a half, bid 700, 5 and 700, every $7, $7, $7, $7, money's all the way back, standing up at 6 and a half, 700, every 700, bid 7 and a half, 5 and 7 and a half, 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 and every 7 and a half, sold it $700. American Farmers and Ranchers, Mr. Ken Silver, doing the buying. American Farmers and Ranchers.
You bet. Let's go to a Schropp lamb from the Twin Hills 4-H. This is Gage Allen. It's a reserve champion Schropp, and George was raised by Gage.
All family owned, family raised, all the way to the winner's circle. 300 here, 300 where it had been 3, 3 and a half, 4 to bid, 4 and a half to buy, 500 to bid, 500 to buy, head to 5, 5, 5 to buy, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, head to 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5, I'm with you, Ira, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, and 5 and a half, 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 sold at $500, Armstrong Bank, Muskogee.
Let's go to a Shropshire lamb from the Twin Hills 4-H, and this is Gage Allen. That's what I said. We're going to Kennedy McCullough, Midway, FFA with a cross swine.
116, Kennedy McCullough, 300 here, 300 here, W3, 3, W3, 3, get on, 300 here, 300 and a half, 3 and a half, 300 to bid, 350 to buy, 3 and a half, 350 to bid, 350 to buy, 3 and a half, could have been 3 and a half now, 400 to bid, 400 to buy, $4 and a half, 4 and a half, $4 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 and a half, sold it $400. Jeff, your way. Bumpers Construction.
And now we're going to move to a cross hog from the Haskell FFA, and that's going to be Fallon Brittenham.
What do you give on a cross hog? 400 here, 4 and a half, 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 400 here, 4 and a half, where money's up here, 4 and a half, head up at 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, head up at 450, head up at 450, 450, half, now 500, head up at 5, 450 to bid, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $450 to bid, 5 to 5 to 5. Sold it $450. Haskell 4-H and Livestock Booster Club. Haskell 4-H and FFA Livestock Booster Club.
Let's move to another hog from the Warner FFA. Going to be J. Lee Watts.
What do you give Jelly Watts right here? 300 here, 300 here, $3, half, $3 and a half, 4 to bid, 4 to 5 to 4, now half, 5 to bid, 5 to 5 to bid, 6 to 5 to 6, 6, now half, 7 to bid, 7 to 5 to 7, 7 to half, 8, $8, $8, half, 8 and a half, 900 to bid, 900 to buy, 9 and a half, $9 and a half, $1,000 bill, $1,000 bid, $1,000 to $5,000, $1,000, just add the comma, it's okay, $1,000, $1,000, 9 and a half, $1,000, 9 and a half, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, just write one word instead of 3 on the check, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, now, 1,050, 1,000 a bid, 1,050 divided by 1,000 and a half, 1,000 and a half, half, 1,000 and a half, 1,000 a bid, 1,000 and a half divided by 1,000 and a half. Sold it, $1,000 bill all the way in the back.
Omni Valve, Muskogee, Oklahoma. Thank you. Creek Nation is going to add on $200 to every Creek exhibitor in the sale. Here we go. This is going to be a Hamp swine from the Cherokee. He looks like he's an FFA. What FFA is he in? Tahlequah FFA. From the Tahlequah FFA, going to be a Cade Jacob McCoy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what do you give here? 300 here, 300 where? Hit a bid, 3 and a half, had a bid, 4 to 5 to 4 and a half, had a bid, 5 to 5 to 5, 5, 5 and a half, had a bid, 5 and a half to 5 to 5 and a half, 600 to bid, 600 to 5, 7 and a half, 6 and a half, 700 to bid, 700 to 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 800 to bid, 800 to 5 at 8, 8, 8, $8, $8, $8, $8, $8. Oh yeah. He's a senior, 750, 800, Edward 888. Oh, he's just a junior? All right, false alarm, 750 to bid, 800 to buy. I told him I was going to try to get him all the money I could. He's supposed to bring a pretty young lady in here, and all he brought was his sister. So he's afraid he's going to have to spend some money if he brought somebody else. 7.5, bid 800, Edward 888, $8, bid 8, $8, bid 8, 750 to bid, 800 to buy, bid 800, Edward 888, $8, bid 8. Sold it $750. Georgia Pacific. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Georgia Pacific.
All right, here we go with a Hamp hog from the Midway FFA Monthly Award.
300 here, 300 where? Hit a bid, $3, $3, $3, $3 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, bid, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, bid, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, bid, 4 and a half, 500 bid, 500 to buy, half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 600 bid, 600 to buy, bid, 600, 6 and a half, $6 and a half, $6 and a half, half, $6 and a half, $6 and a half, $7, $7, $7, $650 now, 7, $7 and a half, $7, $7, $700 bid, 700 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, do 7 and a half, 7 to bid, 7 and a half, divided by 7 and a half, bid 7 and a half, sold it $700. Serve Pro the buyers, Serve Pro.
All right, here we go. Let's roll with a Hamp hog from the Haskell FFA. That's going to be Hannah Tabor.
300 here, 300 where? $3, $3, $3, $3, $3, $4 and a half, and a bit, 4 and a half, 450 to bid, 5 now, 5 and a half, $5 and a half, $5 and a half. Now 600 to bid, 6 and a half to buy, 6 and a half, 7 to bid, 7 and a half to buy, 7 and a half, 8 to bid, 8 and a half to buy, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 9 now, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, $1,000 bill, 1,050, hit a bid, 1050 to 11, 1050 to bid, 1050 to buy, 1050, down to bid, 1050 to buy, 10 and a half, 10 and a half, 10 and a half, 10 and a half, 10 and a half. Sold it $1,000 bill, Tulsa Stockyards, and Mr. Joe Don Eves.
Oh, let's get back to the bovine with a registered Simmental heifer, and it's going to be Tate Robertson from the Tahlequah FFA.
122 on the list. What do you give here? 500 here, 500 where? Hit a bit of 500 on 500 here and a half, never half, 5 and a half, bid 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 500 to bid, 500 and a half to buy, 550, hit a bid 550, 550. I'm with Carla, 500 bid 550, hit a bid 5 and a half, now 6 bid, 6 and a half to buy, 700 to bid, 700 to buy, 7 and a half, 800, now 8 and a half, now 900. Glad you woke up, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, 900 to bid, 9 and a half to buy, 9 and a half, 900 to bid, 9 and a half to buy, 9 and a half. I'm with Carla, 900 bid, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, that'll be 9 and a half, it'll be 9 and a half, it'll be 9 and a half. Sold it $900. Bravado Wireless. Give them a great big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Bravado Wireless.
All right, let's go with the registered Simmental heifer from the Shakota 4-H, and it's going to be Trey Oxtoby.
Oh, nice Simmental heifer coming in right here in the Oxtoby. What do you give? 500 here, 500 where? It'll be 500 here, 500 where? It'll be 500. It'll be 5 now, half. It'll be 5 and a half, half. It'll be 5 and a half, half. That'll be 5 and a half. That'll be 5 and a half, half. It'll be 5 and a half. 600 here, 600 where? It'll be 600. It'll be 6, 6, 6. That'll be 6. Trey Oxtoby, 123. Trey Oxtoby, 123. 600, 5 and a half, it's 600, now half, 6 and a half, now 700, now half, now 800, now half, 8 and a half, 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 8 and a half, 900 to bid, 900 to buy, 900, 999, that'll be 9, that'll be 9, that'll be 9, that'll be 9, that'll be 9. Money straight away at 8 and a half, bid 9, it'll be 9, that'll be 9. I got 8 and a half here, you gotta be 9, that'll be 900, it'll be 900, 900, 900, 900, it'll be 900, 900, now 950, now $1,000 bill, 950, now 1,000. 950 now 1,000. That'll be 1,000. That'll be 1,000. That'll be 1,000. That'll be 1,000. Sold it $950. James Hodge Ford.
Let's go to a commercial heifer from the Tahlequah FFA. It's going to be Kendall Hobbs.
On a commercial heifer right here. 500 here. He is a senior, ladies and gentlemen. 500 here, 500 where? It'll be 500 here, 500 now. If I took him at 5, bid 5 and a half. It'll be 5 and a half. Jeff, you got to be 5 and a half. I got Doug at 5, bid 5 and a half. It'll be 5 and a half now. 600 to bid, 600 to buy, bid 600. Now half, 6 and a half, 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 6 and a half, 700 to bid, 700 to buy, bid 700. 700 now half, now 7 and a half, 800. Now 8 and a half, at 8 and a half, 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 8 and a half. 8 and a half, bid at 8 and a half to buy. Bid 8 and a half, bid 8 and a half. Ira, where were you at? Bravado at 650, correct? 650, now 700. Bid 650 to bid, 700 to buy, bid 700. Bravado at 650 to bid, 700 to buy, bid 700, 100, 100, now 700. 650 to bid, 700 to buy, bid 700. Sold it in the back. Bravado Wireless, $650. Bravado Wireless, $650.
Here we go with the commercial from the Fort Gibson 4-H, Noah Perry.
Oh, Mr. Perry right there. 500 here, 500 where? It'll be 5, it'll 5, it'll 5, it'll 5, 5 and a half, 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 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 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 6 to bid, 6 to buy. Now half, 6 and a half, 700 to bid, 700 to buy, bid 700, bid 7, 7, that'll be 7, 7, that'll be 7. 650 to bid, 700 to buy, bid 700. It'll be 700, it'll be $700. Oklahoma Ag Credit. Thank you, Jason Ramsey. Doing a bidding.
All right, here we go with another commercial heifer from the Mulgrove 4-H in London Hardin.
Oh, what do we give here? 500 here, 500 where? It'll be 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, it'll be 500 here, now half. It'll be 5 and a half, 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 it'll be 5 and a half. It'll be 5 and a half now, 600 to bid, 600 to buy, bid 600. 550 to bid, 600 to buy, Jeff, you're out, 600. It'll be 600 and 6, 6, 6, it'll be 6, it'll be 6, it'll be 6. 550, 600, 550, 600. Sold it Carl's Way, $550. Lazy A Ranch. Lazy A Ranch. Carl, did you ask him what the A stood for? All red, that's right.
Goodness sakes. Let's go to a market goat from the Keys FFA, and gonna be Morgan Carter.
Oh, what do you get right here? Morgan Carter, 400 here, 400 where? It'll be 4 now, 4 now, 4 now, 4 now, half to bid, half to buy, but half, 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 it'll half, 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 4 and a half, it'll 4 and a half, 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 it'll be 4 and a half, it'll be 4 and a half, 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 it'll be 4 and a half, 4 to bid, 4 and a half to buy, but 4 and a half, it'll be 4 and a half, 4 and a half, do 4 and a half. I'm with you at 4, bid 4 and a half, little bit 4 and a half, half, 4 and a half now, 500 a bid, 500 to 5, 5, little bit 5, now half, 5 and a half, little bit 5 and a half, little bit 5 and a half, little bit 5 and a half, $550, 550 now, 600 bills. 600, dollar bit 600, 550, 600, dollar bit 600, little bit 600, you want to do 600, 550, 600, 550, 600, 550, 600, sold it your way, $550. Armstrong Bank of Tahlequah, thank you.
Here we go with a market goat from the Cherokee County 4-H, and it's Clayton Wallace.
Oh, look here, 300 here, 300 where, hit it be $3, $3, $3, $3, $3, hit it be 3, hit it be 3, 3, half, 3 and a half, $3 and a half bid, 400 about 4, now half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 500 a bid, 500 about 5, 5, get on 5, get on 5, hit it be 5 and a half, 5 and a half, sold it $500, same way, Armstrong Bank of Tahlequah.
Oh, you bet. Let's go with another market goat from the Wagner FFA, and it's Rachel Johnson.
On the goat right here, 300 here, 300 where it'll be $3, $3, $3 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 4 to bid, 4 to about 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, hit it bid 4 and a half, hit it bid 4 and a half, 500 to bid, 500 about 5, 450, now 500, now 5 and a half, hit it bid 5 and a half, 5 and a half, bid 5 and a half, $5 bid 5 and a half, hit it bid 5 and a half, hit it 5 and a half, 500 to bid, 550 to buy, sold it average way, $500. Wade Russell. Wade and Margie Russell. Mr. Miss Russell, thank you. Wade and Margie Russell, thank you.
Here we go with a natural lamb from the Clever Clovers 4-H, and it's Maggie Brummett.
Oh, good young lady right here. What do you give? 300 here, 300 where it'll be 3 and a half, under 3 and a half, hit it be 3 and a half, under 3 and a half, hit it be 3 and a half, 400 bid, 400 about 4 and a half, under 4 and a half, 500 bid, 500 about 5, 450 this bid, 500 to buy, bid 500 here, 500 where, it'll be 500, 450, 500, hit it be 450, 5, sold it $450. Wagner, 4-H and FFA Booster Club, Wagner Ag Booster Club. $131 Sierra Shipman from the Coweta FFA with a hamp lamb.
All right, here we go. Everybody get Sierra. Going to be 1, 2, 3. Everybody get 4. Everybody get $500. Everybody get 5 of them. 5 of them. Everybody get 5 here. 5 there. Everybody get 5 of them. 5, 5, 5, 5. Everybody get 4. Everybody get 4 and a half here. Everybody get 4 and a half there. Everybody get 415. Everybody get 450. Everybody get 5. Everybody get 5 here. 5 there. Everybody get 5. Everybody get 5, 5, 5. Everybody get 5. 4 and 550. Everybody get 5. Everybody get 5 and a half. Everybody get 5 and a half. Everybody get 5 and a half. $600. Everybody get 607. And day with them. Day. Everybody get 9 here. There. Everybody get 8 9. Everybody get okay at 800. Everybody get 900. Everybody get 9 to be 9 to 9. Everybody get 8 9. Everybody get 8 9. Everybody get 9. 800. 900. Everybody get all in. Everybody get 9. Everybody get 9. Everybody get 8 9. 8 9. Everybody get 9. Sold out $800, and it's going to be the, does that say Coweta Livestock Booster Club? Thank you. And he caught me with my eyes laying on the table. There we go.
132 on the list with a cross lamb from the Keys FFA. It's J.C. Smith.
All right, and how about a number here, there, now, but 1, 2, 3, everybody get 4, everybody get 5, 5, 5, 5, everybody get 5 here, everybody get 5 there, 500, 607, it's 607, everybody get 7 of it, 7 of them, everybody get 700, everybody get 7, everybody get 7, everybody get 7, everybody get 7 of it, 7 of all 7, it's 607, 7, everybody get 7, 7, 7, 7, 607 here, there, everybody get 7, 7, 7, down in, all done, 7, it's 607, everybody get 6 and a half, sorry, what about that, everybody get 50, everybody get 650, everybody get 9, sold your way, $600.
Freewell.
John Freewalt. Thank you, John Freewalt.
Ladies and gentlemen, 133 with a cross hog from the high school 4-H. She raised it herself. It's Riley Joe Rickner.
You bet, right there from the Rickner Show Pigs. And how about it on here? There, I would 1, 2, 3, but I get 4, but I get 500, $100, but I get 500, but I get 5, 5, 5, but I get 5, 5, 450, but I get 4, but I get 50, but I get 400, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 400, but I get 4 and a half, but I get 4 and a half, but I get 415, 400's a bid, 50 to buy, but I'm 50, but I get 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 450, now 5, hit 4 and a half, but I get 5, but I get 5 here, 5 there, but I get 5, 5, 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, but I get 4 and a half, but I get 5 here, but I get 5 there, but I get 5, but I get 5, but I get 4 and a half, but I get all in, all done, last and final call, 500. Got to get 4 and a half, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4 and 5, 5, a half, 455. Sold $450. Going to be the Haskell 4-H and FFA Livestock Booster Club 450.
We're going to go to 134 on the list with a market goat from the Fort Gibson 4-H. It's Trista Moore.
Here we go, Trista. Now, but 1, 2, 3, 4. But I get 5 here, 5 there. But I get 5, 5, 6 here, 6 here. But I get 600, 7. But I get 7, 7, 7, 7. But I get 8. But I get 8, 900. But I get 8, 9. Got to get 8, 9. But I get 9 to be 9 to 9. But I get 9, 9, 9. But I get 9, 9, 9. But I get 900,000 under bill. Got to get 950. But I get 150. But I get 50. But I get 50. But I get 50. But I get 50. But I get 50 under bill. But I get 950. 900's a bid. 50 to buy. But I get thanks what you did do, sir. 900. But I get 50. But I get 950. But I get in. I have 900, 950. Sold $900. KW Cattle Company, thank you. KW Cattle Company, thank you.
135 on the list with another market goat from the Cherokee County 4-H. It's Jalen Hartbarger.
All right, Jalen, then how about it on? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get 5 out of it, 5 out of 1, but I get 5 out of it, 5, 5, 5, 5 out of it, 5 here, 600. Hit 5 out of it, 6, and 6 here, 6 here, but I get 6 of it, 6 of 1, but I get 500, 5 and a half, but I get 500, 50 out of it, but I get 50, but I get 500, 5 and a half, but I get 500, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 50 here, there, but I get 50, but I get all in, all done, 500, 5 and a half, sold out, $500. Armstrong Tahlequah, thank you. Armstrong Tahlequah, thank you.
136 on the list with the market goat from the Vian FFA. It's Allie Schroeder.
Here we go, Allie, going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get 500, $100, 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, but I get 4 and a half, 550, but I get 500, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 500, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 5 and a half, 600, $100, 600, hit 5 and a half, but 6, 6, 6, 650, 657, hit 7, but I get 7, 7, 7, 7, get to 7, but I get 7 here, there, 7, 7, 7 and a half, but I get 7 and a half, hit 758, but I get 50, but I get 7 and a half, but I get 8, 8, 8, 8, but I get 8, 8, 8, but I get 8 here, 8 there, but I get 850, but I get 850, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 9 here, there, but I get 9 to be 9 to bomb. Got to give 8, have it up 9, but I get 9, 9, but I get 9, 9, but I get 8, have it up 9, but I get 9, 9, but I get 1, they have 9, but I give all in, down, but I give 850, but I get 9. Got to give 850, but I get 9 here, there, but I get 900, how to give in, I have sold out $850, and it's going to be Crimson Steel Supply, thank you.
$137 on the list with an AOB lamb from the Woodall 4-H Levi Hood.
And here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get 5 out of it, 5, 5, 5, get up 5, $600, hit 5 out of it, 6, and 6, 6, 6, but I get 6 of it, 6 of 1, but I get 500, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 500, but I get 50 down, but I get 50, but I get 500, 5 and a half, hit 5, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 5 and a half, 600, but I get 6, 6, but I get 600, but I get 6, 6, but I get 5 and a half, 6, hit 5 and a half, but 6, and yes, sir, yes, gotta go, sir, 600, not 50, hit 650, what do you put 150, but I get 50, 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 who said yes, 650, 650, but I get all Carl, they all done, now 7, but I get 7 of it, 7 of 1, but I get 7, 7, 7, 7, 6, 7, 6, how about 7 here, there, but I get 7, but I get all in, all done, 6, how about 7 here, but I get I have sold $650, going to be James Hodge Toyota, thank you, Rick and Jack.
From the Oakdale FFA with a cross lamb, it's Georgia Perry.
All right, Georgia, how about it down here, there, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get 500, $100, 5, 5, 5, but I get 6, 6, 6, but I get 6 to bid, 6 a month, but I get 500, 5 and a half, 650, hit 650, but 150, but I get 50, 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 but I get 7, 7, 7, get to 7 here, there, 7, 7, 7 and a half, 8, yeah, but a month, but I get 8, 8, 8, 8, but I get 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 8, 7 and a half, 8, 750 is a bid, 8 to buy, Sooners in the lead, 8, but 7 and a half, 8, got to get 7 and a half, 8, but a month, 8, 8, not 50, but I get 8, but I get 8 and a half, but I get 8, 50, but I get all in, down, but I get 800, 850. 800, 850, had to give in, I have 800, 850. So now, $800, it's a Bravado, isn't it? Bravado Wireless rides again, thank you.
$139 on the list from the Coweta FFA, Jalen Peck.
Jalen Peck, and how many of them going to be 1, 2, 3, 4's here, 5, 30, you're going to get 5 of them, 5 of them, going to get 5 of them, 6, 6, 6, you're going to get $600, bid of them, 5, 5 and a half, 650, 650, 7, going to get 7, 7, 7, 7 and a half, 8, you're going to give 850, going to give 100, 850, going to give 850, $800 bill, going to give 50, going to give 50, going to give 50, going to give 800 here, there, going to give 50, going to give 850, going to give all them, down, down, going to give 800, 850, 850, going to give 9, and 9 here, there, going to give 9 to be 9 to 9, 9, going to give 9, 9, 9, going to give 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 all them, down, down, going to give 50, going to give 900. So, Carl's Way, 850, going to be James Hodge. Ford, thank you. Jack Hodge, thank you.
140 on the list for the cross hog from the Cherokee County 4-H, Cason Steely.
Here we go, Kason. Yeah, but 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get 500, I'm going to 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, but I get 5 here, but I get 5 there, but I get 5, 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 5, 5, 5, but I get 415. 4 is the bid, 50 to buy, but about 50, but 4, but I get 4 and a half, but I get 4 and a half, but I get 400, 450, but don't leave us now, we're nearly there. 415, hit 4, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 4, but I get 350, not 4. Hit 350, but I get 4, but I get 4 here, there, but I get 450, not 4, but I get 4 and a half, but I get 4 and a half, but I get 4, but I get 4 and a half, but I get all in, all done. Last call, 450. 400's a bid, only 50 to buy, but about 50, but about 50, but about 50, but I get 50, but I get 50, but 400, but I get 400, but I get 4 and a half, 400, 4 and a half. Thank you, sold your way, $400. Bumpers Construction, thank you, sir. Bumpers Construction, $400.
141 on the list from the Weber Falls, 4-H with a hog, Maddox Shelby.
Here we go, Maddox. I'm going to get 200, 300, 4, but I get 5, but I get 5 here, 5 there, 5, but I get 6, 6, 8, but I get 600, but I get 5, 500, 5 and a half, you in the same place, 500, 5 and a half, hit 5, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 500, but I get 500, 50, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 500, 5 and a half, $600, hit 5 and a half, but I get 6, 6, 6, 8, but I get 6 to bid, 6 of them, but I get 600, but I get 5 and a half, 6, hit 5 and a half, but I get 6, 6, 6, 8, all in, but I get all done, 650, but I get 650, but I get 50, 650, but I get 50, but I get 657, but I get 7, 7, 7, 7, get to 7, 7, 7, 7, 6, how about 7, 7, 7, but I get 7, 7, 7, 7, 7 here, 7 there, all in, all done, 6, how about 700. So down way back in the back, get to 600. I got 6 and a half in the back. He can be 700. Now 750, sir. Thanks what you did do. 700, 7 and a half. So down $700, and it's Armstrong Bank Door, and thank you both. First time all night I've had 2 bidders and messing it up.
142 from the Fort Gibson 4-H with a market goat. It's Aspen White.
All right, Aspen, here we go. Now, with a looky here. Now, with a 1, 2, 3, 4 there. 500, 600, 5, 6. Hit 5, 6, and 6, 6, 6, but I get 5 and a half, 600, half, but I get 7, but I get 7, 7, 7, 7 and a half here, 750. Had to get 7, but I get 7 and a half, but I'm day, but I get 850, but I'm 850. Had to get 850, but I'm 50 away, but I'm 50, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I'm 850. 800's a bit, but I'm 50 to buy, but I'm 50, but I get 50, but I get all them, all done, but I get 800, 850, all them, all done, but I get 800, but I get 850. So, $800. Hendricks Cattle, thank you, sir. Hendricks Cattle, thank you.
143 on the list from the Haskell FFA with a market goat, Leah Wilson.
All right, Leah, here we go. Then how about it on here, there, down, but 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get 50. Had to get 4, but I get 4 and a half, but I get 400 here, to buy, get up a 50, 5, 5, 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, but I get 5, 5, but I get here, 5 there, but I get 4 and a half, so bid, 5, but I had to get 4 and a half, but I get 5, but I get 5 here, 5 there, but I get 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, jump in, help her out all you can now, but I get 450, but I get 5, had to get 4 and a half, but I get 5, but I get 5 here, but I get 5 there, but I get all in, all done, get to the last 10, final call, but I get 4 and a half, but I get 5, but I get 5, but I get 5, 4 and a half, 5. So your way, you're going to be 450. Bumpers Construction, thank you, $450.
144 on the list with a market goat from the Eufaula FFA, Alex Parker.
Here we go, Alex. Now, but 1, 2, 3, but I get 4, but I get 5, but I get 5 here, 5 there, but I get 5, 5, 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, but I get 5 here, 5 and a half, but I get 5, but I get 500, 5 and a half, but I get 550, had to get 500, but 5 and a half, but I get 6, 6, 650, but now to get 650, but I get 7, but I get 7, 7, 7, get 7 and a half, had to get 750, but I get 700, 7 and a half, but I get 7 and a half, but I get 750, but I get 8, but I get 8, 8, 8, but I get 8, but I get 8, but I get 800, down, 50, had to get 850, but I get 800, but I get 8 and a half, but I get 8, but I'm on the hand, but I get 850, but I get 800, so 850 to buy, but I get 850 all him, had to give all down, but I get 800, 850, but I get 8 and a half, but I get 800, 850. So $800. Armstrong, Shakota, Armstrong, Bank, Shakota.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Suffolk Lamb from the Fort Gibson FFA, it's Megan Greathouse.
All right, Megan, Dan, how about it down here there? And who just started $1,500? Able to 15, 15, I'm going to give it 15, 15. Steve, you want to start there? 15. 15 almost caught him off guard. 500, 600. Hit 500, but 6 and 60, 60. I'm going to get 500. You're going to get 60, but I'm 500. 5 and a half, 600. Hit 5 and a half, but 6 here, 6. I'm going to get 6 of it. 650, but I'm 615. 650, but I'm 15. $100, but I'm not going to get 50, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I'm 650, but I get all them done. 600, 650. 600's a bid, I'm going to get 50 to bid, 50 to I'm going to give it half, 600, 650. So, $600. Keith's Hardware and Armstrong Bank, thank you. Keith's Hardware and Armstrong Bank, $600.
146 on the list from the high school 4H for the half lamb, Asher Gonzalez.
Oh, you know what, Rowdy? Before the auction tonight, Asher and I was fixing our hair just the same.
You used the same gel that he did?
I did, and mine didn't work so good. Here we go. How about 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get 450. Got to get 4, but I get 4 and a half. What about 400 here to 550, but I get 5, 5, 5. What about 5, 5, 5, but I get 500, 4 and a half, 5. 550, but I get 500, 5 and a half, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 500, 5 and a half. Hit 5, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 500, but I get 5 here, but I get 500, but I get 5 and a half, but I get all in, all done. 500, 550. Last and final call, 500's a bit, but I get 50 to 1, but I get 500, but I get 5 and a half, but I get all in, all done. 500, 550. So, $500. Century 21, Sherry Hudson from Coweta, thank you. $500. Sherry Hudson, thank you.
147 on the list from the Lowry 4H, Avery Culver.
All right, Avery, here we go. Down, but 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get 5, but I get 5, but I get 5, but I get 5, 5, but I get 5, 3, 350, but I get 4, but I get 4, 4, 4, 50, but I get 400, 4 and a half, but I get 4, but I get 4 and a half, 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, but I get 5, 5, 4 and a half, 5, but I get 5, you're going to be 5, Jeff. 8, 4 and a half, 7, but I get 5, but I get 5, but I get 5, 3, 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, but I get 4 and a half, 5. Sold out, 450. Armstrong Bank, Tahlequah, thank you. Armstrong, Tahlequah, 450.
148 from the Porter FFA for the Cross Hog. Welcome in Logan Jones.
All right, Logan, here we go. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I get 5, but I get 5, but I get 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, but I get 450, but I get 5, 5, 5 and a half, but I get 500, 5 and a half, 6. Hit 600, dollar bill, 6 and a half, but I get 500, but I get 5 and a half, but I get 60, 60, but I get 6 to be at 6 mom. 8, 5 and a half, but 600. Now 7, but I get 7, 7, 7, get to 7 here, 7. Now 600 right back there in the back, got to 700. Now 800, but I get 8. And day, but I get 8, but I get 8, but I get 7 and a half, sir. Come on in, 750. Got to get 700, so he's out in the back now. 7 and a half, but I get 700, 7 and a half. He's got to be 750 now, but I get 700, but I get 7 and a half, but I get 7 and a half, got to be 7 and a half, sir. 750. You got to be 750, sir. Got 700 in the front. You got to be 750 if you want in. Ira, your man's out too. You got to be 750. You got to be 750. Now 800. Now 850. Yeah, but I get 50. Now 900. I'm going to get 9, 9, 9, 50, but I get 9 and a half. I get 900, but I get 50, but I get 1,000 dollar bill. Now, but I'm 1, 1, 1, 1, but I get 1,000 dollar bill. I get 9 and a half, but I get 1,000, but I get 1,000. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Got to go here, there, but I get 1,000. I get 9 and a half, but I get 1,000. Jack, you want any more? But I get 1,000, but I get 1,000. Yeah, but I'm 9 and a half, but he's got to be 1,000. He's 1,000. I got 950 right here. I'm going to be 1,000 dollar. You but 1,000. And now 50, but I get 1050, but a 10, but a 10 and a half. 10,000, 50. Now 1,100. He 11, but I'm 11 here. There 11, but I get 12, but I get 12, 12, 12, 12. Yeah, but 12 here. 1,200. Now 13, but I get 13, 13. I'm going to get 13, 13. Now 14, but I get 14, 14. Hit 13. I want to get back to that half one time. 13, 15. Got to get 1,350, but I'm 50, but 13, 50, but I get all in, all done. And I thank you. And I have sold right here $1,300. Going to be James Hodge Ford. And thank you again, Jack Hodge.
149 on the list for the market goat from the Porter FFA. It's Brittany Brandon.
All right, Brittany, here we go. Down, but 1, 2, 3, 4, but I get 500. I get 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, but I get 5, 5, 5, but I get 4 bid, but I get 5, but I get 5, but I get 5, 5 there. Michaela, how are you? 500. Hit 5, 16, but I'm 500. But I get 6, 16, but I get 6 bid, 607. Hit 7, 8, but I'm day, but I get day, but I'm day, but I get 700, 7 and a half. Hit 7, but I get 7 and a half. 8, but I'm day, but I get day, just about knocked the camera out of his hands. So it's 7 and a half, 8. Hit 7 and a half, 8, but I'm day, but I get day, but I get now 50, but I get 50, but I get half, but I get 50, but I get 15. 800, but I get 50. Carl's man's in, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get 50, but I get all in, down, but I get 100, 850. So $800. James Hodge Toyota, thank you. James Hodge Toyota, thank you. And here we go with a market goat from the Stigler 4-H, and it is Lucas Hamlin.
300 here, 300 where, that'll be 300 here, 300 to bid, 300 to buy, 300 and a half, 3 and a half, 350 to bid, 350 to buy, 3 and a half, it'll be 3 and a half, 400 to bid, 400 to buy now, 4 and a half, it'll be 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 54 and a half, it'll be 450, it'll be 4 and a half, 500 to bid, 500 to buy, half, 5 and a half, that'll be 5 and a half, 5 and a half to bid, 5 and a half to buy, 5 and a half, it'll be 5 and a half, you don't do 5 and a half, 500 to bid, 5 and a half to buy, 5 and a half. Sold at $500. Bumpers Construction. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause. Bumpers Construction.
Oh, you bet, folks. We're on the home stretch. Here we go. I'm going to be market goat from the Wagner FFA, and it's Casey Murray.
300 here, 300 where to be, 3 to 5, 3, 3, 3, don't, 300 now, half, 3 and a half, that'll be 3 and a half, it'll be 3 and a half, that'll be 3 and a half, 4 and a half, 5 to 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 500 to bid, 500 to 500, now half, bid 5 and a half, that'll be 5 and a half, 6 to bid, 6 to buy, that'll be 6 now half, 6 and a half bid, 6 and a half, 700 to bid, 700 to buy, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, do 7 and a half, 7 and a half, that'll be 7 and a half, do 7 and a half, it'll be 7 and a half, that'll be 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, so it's your way, Mr. Hoke, $700. Armstrong Bank Wagner and Wagner 4-H and FFA Booster Club, splitting the difference. Thank you.
All right, here we go with the market goat from the Tahlequah FFA. It's a Madison Booth.
300 here, 300 where to be, 3 to 5 to 3, $3, $3, $3, $3, $3 and a half, 350 now, half, 350, 400 to bid, 400 to buy now, half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 500 to bid, 500 to buy, 5. It'll be 5, it'll be 5, it'll be 5, 500 to buy, it'll buy, it'll buy, it'll buy, 450 to bid, 500 to buy, 500. Sold at $450 all the way in the back, Mr. McKinney. Don't forget Doug McKinney consignment sale end of the month, Wagner, Oklahoma. B and B Cattle Company. Thank you, B and B Cattle Company.
And that would be at McKinneyAuctions.com. Here we go with a AOB lamb from the Oklahoma 4-H. It's Tatum Barrett.
400 here, 500 where you hit a bit 500 here, 500 where you hit a bit 500, hit a bit 500 now, 600 to bid, 600 to buy, 600, that'll be 600, hit a bit 600 to 6, that'll be 600, 600 to bid, 700 to buy, 7, that'll be 7, that'll be 700, hit a bit 7, that'll be 7, 8, $8, $8, 800, hit a bit 800, 800 to bid, 900 to buy, 900, hit a bit 900, 999, that'll be 9, that'll be 9, that'll be 900, 8 to bid, 900 to buy, Grandpa, you're out, 900, hit a bit 999, that'll be 9, that'll be 9, that'll be 9, that'll be 9, that'll be 9. I'm with Mr. Right at 8, gotta be 9, that'll be 9, that'll be 9, 9, $9, $9, $9, now $1,000 bill, down to bid, down to bid, $1,000, that'll be 1,000, that'll be 1,000, 900 to bid, 1,000 to buy, that'll be 1,000, sold at $900, Crimson Steel Supply, Mr. Dustin Wright and the entire Wright family keeping the legacy and the generations going. We can't say enough to the Wright family for all their support.
Would it be right to say they do the right thing?
Correct.
They do the right thing. Here we go. Let's go with the half lamb from the Fort Gibson FFA and Zane Potter.
300 here, 300 where to bid, 4 to 5 to buy now, 5 to bid, 5 to 5 to buy, 5 to bid, now half bid, 600 to buy now, half, 6 and a half, 700 to bid, 700 to buy, 7, that'll be 7 now, half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, it'll be 7 and a half, 700 to bid, 7 and a half to buy, 7 and a half, it'll be 7 and a half, that'll be 7 and a half, 800 to bid, 800 to buy, higher you're out, 800, it'll be 800, 8, that'll be 8, that'll be 8, that'll be 800, 750 bid, 800 to buy, 8, that'll be 8, that'll be 8, anybody bid 8, sold at $750. GKC Construction, and Keith's Hardware. Thank you.
Let's move on to a Schropp lamb from the Sequoia County 4-H and Gabriel Cood.
What do you give? 300 here, 300 where to be, 3 to 5 to 300 here, 300 where to be, $3, $3, $3, $300 here, 300 where to be, 300, head with 300, 300 to be, 300 to 5 to 3, $3, $3, 300 and a half, 3 and a half, 400 to 5 to 4, $4, $4, $4 and a half, half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half to 4 and a half, 4 and a half now, 500 to bid, 500 to 5 and 5, 5, 5. Thank you for what you do. 450, 500, head with 5, 5, 5 to 5 to 5 to 5. Sold $450. Armstrong Bank, Muskogee. Thank you.
You bet. As we get ready to move on to the next exhibitor, I want to remind you we're going to draw for the 2 halves of beef right at the end of the auction. So you might want to hang around for that, drawing for the 2 halves of beef right at the end of the auction. You know, Rowdy, we never encourage drinking and driving, but tonight I'm going to encourage you to drink and drive. Take a bottle of that water with you if there's any left, okay? If there's any water left, please drink and drive tonight. Water, water only. All right? Here we go with a cross swine. We'll call it a hog, okay? From the Coweta FFA. This is Lindsay Kilgore, and that is Coweta FFA.
300 here, 300 where, another 3, another 3, 3, 3, 3 and a half, half, 3 and a half, another 3 and a half, half, 4 and a half, another 4 and a half, 4 and a half, half, another 4 and a half, half, another 4 and a half, Doug, I'm with you, 4 bid, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, another 4 and a half, half, now, 5 to bid, 5 to buy, 5 and a half, another 5 and a half, another 5 and a half, another 5 and a half, half, another 5 and a half, another 5 and a half, and 600 to bid, 600 to buy, 6, 6, 6 and a half, half, 6 and a half, half, 6 and a half, 700 to bid, 700 to buy, 7 and a half, half, 800 to bid, 800 to buy, 8 and a half, half, dollar bid, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, dollar bid, 8 and a half, half, dollar bid, 8 and a half. Doug, is it okay if I take your son's bid? 800 to bid, 850 to buy, 8 and a half. Sold it $800. Coweta 4-H and FFA Booster Club. Thank you.
Let's go to a cross hog from the Wagner FFA, and it's going to be Austin Hornbuckle.
Mr. Hornbuckle here, 500 here, 500 where, a little bit 500 here, 500 where, a little bit 5 and a half, 5 and a half, a little bit 5 and a half, a little bit 5 and a half, now 6 to be, 6 to buy, now half, 6 and a half, a little bit 6 and a half, half, a little bit 6 and a half, 6 and a half, half, 6 and a half, 700 to bid, 7 and a half to buy, 7 and a half, half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, half, 7 and a half, 800 to bid, 800 and a half, 800 and a half, half, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, half, 8 and a half, 850, 800 to bid, 850 drive at 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 8 and a half. Sold it $800. James Hodge Ford. Thank you, James Hodge Ford.
And let's move on to a market goat from the Stillwell FFA. It's going to be Shelby Choate.
What do you give here? 300 here, 300 where, $3, $3, $3, $3, $3, $3, $3, $3, $3 and a half, half, 3 and a half to bid, 3 and a half to buy, 3 and a half, half, 400 to bid, 400 to buy now, 4 and a half, half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, and 4 and a half now, 5 to bid, 5 to 5 to 5, 5 to 5, 450, now 500, a little bit 500, now 5 and a half, now 5 and a half is 600 now, 700 to bid, 700 to buy, 700 to bid, 700 to buy, 700, you're right at 700, 700. 800 and a half, 8 and a half, half, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, half, 8 and a half, sold it $800. Adair County 4-H and FFA Booster Club, thank you.
Let's move on to a market goat from the Porter FFA, and it's going to be Samantha Turner.
400 here, 400 where, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4 and a half, half, bid, 5 to 5, 5 and a half, half, 5 and a half, bid, 5 and a half to 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, money with you, Doug, 500, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, half, $5 and a half, $5 and a half, half, $5 and a half, sold at $500, Porter Lions Club, thank you, Porter Lions Club.
And we're on number 160 on the list, and let's go to a Schropp lamb from the Woodall 4-H, and it's going to be Madison Hood.
Oh, here we go. 300 here, 300 where, $3, $300 a bid, 300 about 300 a bid, 300 about half, 3 and a half, that'll be 3 and a half, it'll be 3 and a half, 400 a bid, 400 about 400 a bid, 400 and a half, 4 and a half, that'll be 4 and a half, it'll be 4 and a half, now 500 a bid, 500 about 500, now half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, that'll be 5 and a half, that'll be 5 and a half, all in all done, 5 and a half, so that's $500. Armstrong Bank, Tahlequah, America.
Oh, you know, Rowdy, we're on the home stretch, and before we leave tonight, we need to thank some people one more time. How about a round of applause for the ringmen out in front working for you tonight? Jeff, Ira, Carl, Doug, thank you guys. Of course, Ed was here earlier. Jerry was here. I think he's probably still here. He's probably talking to somebody. I know that'll be hard to believe. How about thanking some ladies like Gina Stacy and Charmin and Caitlin, and I know I'm going to miss some, and Jana Watson and Kim Emerson and
Tara Fuel.
Tara Fuel. Yeah. Who'd we forget? I know we forgot some.
Mandy Blocker.
Mandy Blocker. That's why I hate to get started, because we'll forget some.
We'll throw David Adams in the mix. I think he cross-dresses on Saturday night.
Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Let's go to a cross slam from the Keys. FFA, and it's going to be Honesty Cavanis.
Oh, let's go. Finish strong. 300 here, 300 where, down to 300 here, 300 where. Hit it at 350 now, 50 now, 50 now, 50 now, 50 now, 350. 3 to bid, 350 to buy bid, 350 now, 50 now, 50 now, 50 now, 50 now, $50 bid, 350. Hit it at 350, about bid, 350 now, 50 now, 50 now, 50 now, 50. So that's 350 now, 400 to bid, 400 to buy now, 4 and a half, 4 and a half. Hit it at 4 and a half, that'll be 4 and a half, that'll be 4 and a half, that'll be 4 and a half. So that's $400 bumpers construction. Ladies and gentlemen, bumpers construction.
Oh, you bet. Let's move on to a cross hog from, well, I was just making sure, Porter 4H, and it's Riley Rush, and the hog's name is Shorty.
Trying to get Shorty's attention.
Oh, well, guess what? Tonight his name's Shorty.
All right, let's sell Shorty.
Sell
300
Shorty.
here, 300 where? Hit it be 300 here, 3 and a half to bid, 400 to buy, 4 and a half. Now 500 to bid, 500 to buy, 5 to buy, half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 600 here, 600 where? That'll be 600. That'll be 6 and a half, that'll be 6 and a half, that'll be 6 and a half, now 6 and a half, 6 and a half, that'll be 6 and a half, that'll be 6 and a half, now be 6 and a half. 600 there, now 6 and a half. I'm with Doug at 600, gotta be 6 and a half. Now 700, it'll be 7 to be 7 to 5 and 7, that'll be 7, now 7, now 7, now 7. 650 now 7, 650 now 7. Sold it your way, Ira, $650. Armstrong Bank, Muskogee. His table got full, he had to go to a different one, didn't he, Ira? Also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, you can still go back there and see Miss Shelley with Oklahoma Farm Bureau. Buy your raffle ticket. We're fixing to give away some beef.
Stephanie, where has time gone? Where has time gone? Here we go with a cross hog from the Porter FFA, and she's a senior, Michaela Kilgore.
500 here, 500 where, that'll be 5, 5 and a half, that'll be 5 and a half, that'll be 5 and a half, that'll be 5 and a half, 600 bid, 600 buy now, 6 and a half, 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 now 6 and a half, 700 bid, 700 to buy now, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, to do 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 800 to bid, 800 to buy bid, 800, 8, that'll be 8, that'll be 8, that'll be 8 and a half, 8 and a half, Roy, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 900 to bid, 900 to buy bid, 900, that'll be 9, 9, that'll be 9, that'll be 9, that'll be 9, we're gonna do 9, that'll be 9, 850, 9, 850, 9, 9, sold it $850, Roy's Fried Chicken, Coweta, America, a brand new building. They didn't move very far, but go by and see them in a brand new building, Roy's Fried Chicken.
Would it be right to say, make it a quick trip to Roy's?
That is correct. Make it a quick trip to Roy's. Who'd have thought it? Chicken bought it.
All right, here we go. Let's go with the market goat, the Wagner County Clever Clovers, and it's going to be Kylie Holiday.
300 here, 300 here, hit a bit, $3, half, half, 3 and a half, not a bit, 3 and a half, 400 a bid, 400 to buy now, 4 and a half, a little bit 4 and a half, a little bit 4 and a half, now, 5, now, 6, now, 6, a little bit 6, now, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 700 a bid, 700 to buy, 700, a little bit 700 now, half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, I'm a Doug at 700, bid 7 and a half, a little bit 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 7 and a half, 700 bid, 7 had to buy it, sold it, $700 American Bank of Oklahoma, Mr. Gabe Mosteller. Thank you, sir.
Oh,
I said I was with Doug. Do what? I had 650. I had 650 with Doug. We bid 750, 750, 800, bid 800, now half, bid 8 and a half, half, 8 and a half, bid 8 and a half, half, 8 and a half, 900, 900 now, 950, bid 9 and a half, bid 9 and a half, half, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, bid 9 and a half, sold it $900, American Bank of Oklahoma, $900, thank you.
Here we go with the Suffolk Lamb from the Eufaula 4-H, and it's McKenna Turner.
Oh, what do you get? 400 here, 400 where? A bit $4 and a half, $4 and a half, now 500 a bid, 500 about 500 a bid, 500 about 500, that'll be 500, 450, 500, now 5 and a half, now 600 a bid, now 600 about 600 a bid, 600 about 600, now half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, now 6 and a half, 600 a bid, 650 to buy with Carl at 600, now 650, that'll be 650, sold at Carl's way, $600. Don't forget, raffle a half a beef. Sea Golf Construction, Sea Golf.
All right, here we go.
To the entire Wright family, we're gonna draw for beef. We're gonna draw for beef right down here in the ring. Miss Shelley is here with the Oklahoma Farm Bureau. Like to say a great big thank you to all of our sponsors. Before you get away, we'll try to give you some numbers. Also like to thank Stacy Pierce Creative, all of the sponsors that have made this show a great big success. Miss Cheryl Leatherman over here to my left for raising all the money for the kids and everything that she has done. Like to say a great big thank you to Dr. Mike Voss, donating 2 halves of beef and also White's Meat Processing for the processing being donated as well. So whatever you have in the raffle ticket, that's all that it's going to cost you for a half a beef.
And real quick, while they're drawing, we're going to say one more thank you to Acme Engineering, Russell Brandon Plumbing, Wheeler Metal, Muskogee Fencing, Mayor Bob Coburn, the City Council, Mark Wilkerson, Rick Ewing, all of the Parks and Recreation staff, and County Commissioners Kenny Payne, Ken Doak, and Steve Wright. Thank you.
Yes, sir, Mr. Arlen Emmel, it has been my pleasure. I'd like to tell you congratulations on your award this evening. It's my pleasure sharing the ring with you and sharing the microphone with you, my friend.
Boomerang.
Boomerang.
Back at you.
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Clint StubblefieldFarmersAgent.com. Clint Stubblefield will be your winner of half of it. You got the other half.
And this one is, I believe it is Dallas Sutterfield. Dallas Sutterfield, Fort Gibson, Oklahoma, USA World.
Put a little beef with that little Debbie and it'll be good for supper.
You bet. Well, Rowdy Fuel, on behalf of myself and Rowdy, we would like to thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight. And may God bless the trails you ride, especially the one you take when you leave here tonight. And we'll see you down Rodeo Road, or Agriculture Road, or FFA Road. We're going to see you down the road, okay? God bless. Drive careful. We'll see y'all. Thank you very much.